Hello, and welcome to the Fourth Culture. My name is Ramji, and I'll be your Dungeon Master and Guide as we explore the mysterious world of Urtu with our gang of fantastic players. Navigating Urtu with me tonight.
Sorry.
I'm trying my best! Give me a sec!
Oh no.
Continue.
Hello, and Oh, they asked me earlier, why do I always look surprised and shocked? Anyway, navigating Urtu with me tonight is as Kie, the nascent Lisa Yao, as Yrsa, the noisy Sheena Chan, as Barra, the naughty Jota, as Kaman, the nostalgic Edward Shaw, and lastly but not leastly, the notable Hans and Cheryl. As you all know, but it's worth repeating, we're very lucky because Singapore has enough of a handle on the COVID-19 situation. We're able to get together as a group of friends every Monday night to play right here on Twitch at 7:30 p.m. Singapore time. So wherever you are in the world tuning in, thanks very much. That's why we're able to all get together. But as I think we all know, we're not quite out of initiative just yet. So keep rolling your dice and we'll all be back at gaming tables, hopefully sooner rather than later. We stream every Monday night at 7:30 p.m. and upload to YouTube or your many podcast services, usually about Thursday evening, unless as usual I forget. So now's a great opportunity for me to say, please come and join our Discord community. The community is getting more and more kind of crazy and very enjoyable and very loopy, and it's an interesting melting pot of folks who are like from the US, there's some people from Canada, there's some people in there from the UK, there's us crazy peoples, and yeah, it's kind of amazing actually. Indeed. Any announcements or anything people would like to talk about?
Well, I think we should begin first with shout-outs to our new followers and also subscribers. Thank you, Deckard1138, for your subscription and also for the follow. We've got DJ88, Fat Assery or Fatassery, whichever you prefer.
Fatassery.
Mosh Cohen, I think. Spaghetti with da meat. Very tasty.
No, hungry.
Awkward Gamescom. Can we have a scrolling down, please? Thank you very much. Nightjar, Marvin Raleigh.
Have fun with this one.
Flutan Faden
Lauf. Oh, Flutan Faden Lauf. I got it. Yeah.
Scandinavian.
Twisted Brains. Daybeats 74. Gatal Burrow. Bon Ben 6. Pakan Chick 013.
We love
King
you.
for the win.
We love your
713. Geek Native. Poliokinesis. So much concern right there. Stove Grove. Chav 100.
Oh, all right.
Dot Rush Out 24. Crystal CT 86. Matt HR.
Material?
Sure, we can do that too.
Well, it could be Matt from HR.
Yeah,
Could be memory.
Yeah. I'm going with Matt from HR. Therion Vin. A Bristle. Vinny Boy plays. Decaying 1234. Dot Rush Out again. Has followed us twice apparently.
Wow.
She liked us so much she follow and follow again. You know?
That might have something to do with the fact that he would like to win a copy. I'm getting ahead of myself.
Not saying anything. Dot Rush Out again. DK1234 one more time. Oh, that was the raid.
Oh!
Was it? That was 5
That
days
was
ago.
during the
5
games
days
night that
ago.
you guys all had
Oh, that's right. Thanks, guys.
without me.
We remember. Yes. Any more?
No, that's
No,
That's it.
Yeah, there you go.
That's amazing.
Thank you, everybody. Welcome to the stream.
Hey, Andrew.
So as Ed so inadvertently shot his load early, with the kind help of the people at D&D Beyond, we are in fact doing an amazing giveaway of Tasha's Cauldron of Everything tonight after the break. So hopefully you'll be around to join us. It is incredibly good of them to actually help us sponsor it. Plus, we've actually managed to go more than 750 competition entries, which means we've also thrown in some dice. Yeah,
dice.
Bonus.
Indeed. So there is a set of, I can't remember which dice they are, but the nice ones that explode out, which like the mythic dice, I think they're called. And that's some of the, I think the other ones are like the polychrome, different color ones. That's kind of cool. So that's kind of awesome. We are also very, very blessed to have seen Lisa's first trip to a game store.
Oh my goodness.
First trip?
Tell us about it.
We went to Gamosaurus Rex. With
Tell us about it, Lisa.
Sheena.
And
We went to Gamosaurus Rex with Sheena, Casey, and Christine, our very wonderful viewers. Casey gave me a whole bunch of dice, which I just took out.
Oh wow.
these are blessed dice, okay?
Yes!
Washed in the water
So-
that is blessed by the Anghui.
So hopefully my luck changes because in the game store, I rolled like 5 ones, I think, while testing out dice.
Basically, it shocked everybody. I was like, did she just roll? Yeah.
Another one? So hopefully I got all my ones out and today will be great. And I also bought my first ever set of dice.
Yay!
And Sheena also bought another set.
I did. Yeah, purple and pink. Yeah, okay.
Yay.
And it was great. There was so many like interesting things. They gave me like a full tour with the gaming areas. and-
Explain the various items on the shelves.
Yes.
Now, I've been waiting a week for this.
My druid powers are not as strong, so they're
Oh, wow.
sort of green still, but not
Perfectly well preserved
blue.
Anghui.
Looks like those in school when you have to bring like a caterpillar. in
Bless
school.
you.
What?
Thank you, thank
I never
you.
had to do that.
Oh my
Okay,
goodness.
please
Thank you, Casey.
Woohoo.
There we go. Have
So,
some of
as I mentioned,
that.
I'm going to be the control in this experiment. So
All
I'm
right.
not going to have the lucky leaf, the Anghui today. And let's see what happens.
We also have books for Joe.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, thanks.
College.
Passing over. I appreciate the fact that
So
Casey
much giving.
knows me deep
happening?
enough that
Wow.
he brought
we
a
have
pink bag to store all the things. I was like, yes,
giveaways to
my
the
project.
viewers, giveaways to the players.
Okay.
And the only person who doesn't get anything is.
No, I got angry.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
I got
yeah,
Anghui,
that's true.
Yeah, it's all gravy. We're
That's
all
all
good.
gravy.
Everything's grand.
Alright.
Concerns.
Yes.
On that note, has anyone got any shows coming up?
Not this much.
Oh, cool. No
There's
worries.
no stuff for the producers. You can have an Anghui, producers.
Yeah,
Just to
Cheryl.
make sure that the stream goes well.
Cheryl's weeping in the corner, so.
Which one do you want? You can do for the shitty one.
Nah,
Wow!
we'll be the control side. We'll be the control side.
We are the control.
Control.
So much burns.
Okay.
So, Sheena,
Yes, sir. Oh, is it time?
no, to say, after the last few weeks, I have no idea where the fuck we are. Where the hell are we?
Oh, right now. Okay. Previously, on the fourth culture, we, Survey Team 3, from the Namandan Union, and we are going to rescue the civilized Empire Princess Malena, who has been kidnapped and is now in Twilight's End. We are traveling undercover as guards for a caravan run by the arms dealer Yafir Tama. On our journey, our amnesiac Kaman found some of his memories. Our Halfling Monk found a haunted sword. Our sassy Barra found an auntie who now lives in his head. And also a griffin egg that hatched into Bob the Griffin, who is now 4 days old. I want to say 5? I don't know. Anyway. And
Cool.
I found an amazing pirate captain who made me question my sexuality.
Oh.
We also encountered Ryaka, the big bad of a town we visited called Dawn's Edge. And it led us to discover that our secret mission is not so secret after all. Because somebody by the name of Duke and Taros of the Blood Company wants us dead. And also wants Yafir Tama dead.
Oh dear.
I can understand why he target us, but Yafir, I don't know why.
Yeah, that's just mean.
Yeah, that's just me, not necessary, But anyway, the name Antaros is also linked to the royal family of the civilized empire. Especially the person who is currently in charge, who is somebody that nobody likes. Well, not many people. Well, a significant portion of the population don't like him enough lah. That's why we are sent on this secret mission to rescue the princess to replace him. Hopefully. Anyway, he accidentally killed the Ryaka, the big bad in Dawn's Edge, which led to a sword speaking to her and saying that he's actually Koshi, a mage who lived many hundreds of years ago and hates the deathless. Barra asked the auntie in his head whether eating the body of Ryaka would grant him special powers, and the auntie said, yes. So, Barra turned to cannibalism and also feeding the body of the Ryaka to Bob the Griffin, which led to Bob developing unexpected powers, like being able to talk at 2 days old, and also shooting, this black beam of energy Don't know how he do it. As for what they did to Barra, we don't know yet, but we will observe, monitor the situation. We met a bard/paladin by the name of Bh'an, who came to give Kie a letter from her parents, warning her of this man who came to the monastery looking for her, saying that your daughter is now Koshi's heir. At least we assume that was the situation. Don't know. Anyway, where are we now? Okay, like that. So, turns out that Bh'an the Bard paladin had actually worked with Kaman before. And Yafir said, hey, you know what? You should be my bodyguard now that I have a target on my back. So, he travelled together with us. We left Dawn's Edge. And then Barra wanted Kaman to remember more about the King of Corals, because Afina, who was this very nice lady who was on the ship that we sailed on, got kidnapped by him. So, as with all sensible decisions, ask Kaman to take the sock drugs that are in Bh'an's sock, because I don't know why he puts his drugs in his socks. Anyway, that led to a very naked CL running.
Where do you keep your drugs?
I don't have drugs, yes.
What are you asking
Go
about?
away. I will not say anything incriminating. Anyway, so our poor CL friend took the drugs, got high out of his mind and high off the ground because he was literally falling from the moon next when we found him. Yes. He remembered nothing except for one thing, which is Boldar's shade is the king of corals. All we know about Boldar is that he was a god who lived on Urtu many hundreds of years ago, but he was supposed to have left. So, we're not quite sure what is the situation. The next day, we reached a small shitty town that Yafir normally just travels through called Datranso. It seems as though the town had been busy celebrating the new year, so everybody is very hungover. Initially, he was just going to travel through again. However, we noticed that the magical sects...
Pardon me?
The magical sects...
I haven't had any complaints.
Yes, okay, can. Are having some kind of a competition there with people going at it in these big bull domes. And supposedly the grand prize is a giant intan crystal, which is very expensive and very valuable because you can use it to do all kinds of magical shit. I don't know, I'm just a barbarian. Anyway, because it's so special, the prize, it attracted people from all over the place, including some fire giants, which we've never really seen before. So, Yafir wanted to go and say hi to the people who run the magical sects because they are some of his biggest customers. And then he said that I shouldn't go there with a lot of guts. So he said, okay, can. Then you take Kie because she's small and looks quite harmless until she stabs you.
Ooh.
It's true. So, he then told her that maybe you should leave all your very good magical items behind in case, the people at the sect say, oh, I want that one. Give to me as tribute. That kind of situation. And we were like, got like that one? And he was like, yeah, got like that one. So we tried to convince Kie to leave her magical sword with us. However, this is where we found out that the magical sword does not like to be away from Kie. Because poor Barra and Kie both got a massive splitting headache after that because the sword said, no, cannot. So yeah, that was that. So we also discovered that the sword has the ability to hide itself from other people when it wants to. Interesting. Anyway, the rest of the party, with nothing to do, got convinced. I skipped the whole part, which was the fact that as we were entering the town, for some unknown reason, Barra decided to turn on the sashi, which led to me showing my green globes of glory to the world. It's okay, I'm very proud of my body, okay? It's more the fact that I was not expecting to do that. Yes, anyway, so yeah. The whole situation was, I was very influenced by Barra's sassiness, which was why when he said, you know what, this man, Sarius the Dean, and his proposition of, joining the gladiator fights is a very good idea. We should do it. So I said, okay, let's do it. And next thing I know, I was in a pit with Bh'an, fighting off two people from the Blood Company, which was very alarming in two ways. Because number one, I signed up for a fight I didn't really want to. And number two, we are fighting people from the Blood Company and they are wanting to kill us. thankfully, these two seemed quite blur and didn't realize that they were trying to actually kill us. So anyway, we won the fight. And I saw one of his saber that apparently was in his family for a very long time. I don't know why he want to bet this kind of thing, but anyway, I'm taking it. So there is that. Kie and Yafir actually met with one of the leaders of the Red Lotus sect, who was this very, very old elf. So old until his skin almost transparent. You can see the inside.
Ew.
Which was kind of alarming in many ways. And then uncle has no sense of propriety because he was wearing the robe all the way down to here, So you can see all of the inside. I am very grateful I am not there. Anyway, he seemed to have a moment where he saw into the future or something. So he turned to Yafir and said, "Don't worry, Yafir. We are still your friends, okay? The sect is your friend. We will always be your friend." Or something like that. And then after that, as he was about to go away, and then he cast a spell, and then he looked at Kie's sword, where the sword would be, and said, "Interesting." And then he walked away.
Ooh.
Which was creepy on all counts. But again, thankfully, I was not there. And then, the last part of last session, Bh'an and Barra took part in the Battle of the Bards, where they blew the minds of the locals with their amazing performances. Okay? But then what also blew our mind was when Bh'an suddenly looked into the audience and saw this old uncle who gave him his piano sword a long, long time ago and said, "Bh'an, you have more important things to be doing." And then him, Bh'an, and also Lei Panek, one of the guards who now thinks he's Bh'an's dog. It's a long story. Go and watch the previous recap. All got spirited away in this moonbeam. In the middle of town. In the middle of the day. Where the moon come from, I don't know. And that's where we left off.
Thank you very much, Sheena. Cool. Well, there is one thing I forgot to mention just before. Two things I forgot to mention just before we go. The first is to say a big round of thanks to our friends at the Better Consultancy.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, A Better Consultancy. Well, in case you're wondering who they are,
It's gone.
you need simple, honest, and straightforward technology advice to help you scale and grow your business. If you're based in Asia or looking to expand your business here, then get hold of A Better Consultancy at www.abetterconsultancy.co. He doesn't actually know sign language. I don't know. He was like just doing basic choreography to the announcement. Yes, thank you, A Better Consultancy.
Karaoke for the deaf.
Thank you.
No.
The second thing I wanted to mention is, for those of you who are aware of Clubhouse, which is an application you can get on the iPhone, I'm doing a Dungeons & Dragons campaign on Clubhouse set in Urtu. It is at tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Singapore time or 7 p.m. Pacific time, which it's unlikely anyone that's watching this show is aware of because it'll be 4:30 right now in the morning. But nevertheless, if you're watching on a replay, then it's not going to help. Anyway, if you are around and you do have a Clubhouse account, then come along, join the D&D club, and watch another group of friends, kind of wander through some of maybe an auntie that you all know's machinations.
Ooh.
So, on that note, however, dun dun dun, as we return back to Urtu, we find yourselves in the town of Detransor, as Sheena's excellent summary reminded us. And moments had passed as the strains of Fly Me to the Moon had faded away. Barra, you're on stage still.
What the fuck?
Does that mean you win?
Oh no! Hey, hey judges. Sorry, he just left in the middle of the competition. Sorry, I win, right? I win, right?
No, this round is null and void.
What?
Yeah. It's
No.
completely. You don't have an opponent. You just stood on stage.
But he performed.
I performed.
Who performed?
The other guy.
The other
Show me
guy.
the corpse.
What? The corpse?
Habeas corpus.
He didn't buy what? I shout from the audience.
He
Well-
went. He left. He left
Who left?
after performing.
What? I know. Just hang on. I just need to cough. I know. I don't seem to remember that Bh'an was here. This is like one of those mind control shits things, where he's just like it's like their memories were erased. You know who I'm talking about? You know Bh'an? You remember Bh'an?
That-
Like handsome, annoying guy?
Yeah,
So-
the kid's
you remember
friend.
him?
Yeah.
You remember him?
So, what would we need to do to get Barra's round ratified?
Well, you need to actually compete against somebody of note.
And who would be of note here?
None other
Musical.
than Sunagi Malfear.
Sunagi.
Mafia.
There's a short, stodgy kind of person with a long beard that stood sort of in the corner, drinking a glass of hefty crystal goblet of wine. That sort of stands up and kind of sways and goes, "I concede." And then literally, as does so, as hard as it possibly could be for somebody with a center of gravity that low, kind of collapses on themselves in a drunken stupor. And they go, "Well, all right then. Barra the Bard, everybody. Barra the Bard, everyone. Would you like an encore?"
Oh. You okay? You sure? And for this encore, I'm going to call on stage the only person that I haven't dedicated a song to. And that's you, Kaman.
Oh.
You know what?
Sweet.
I'll be on stage on my own.
You-
No, come on.
Come on,
Shit.
climbs on gingerly. Okay, what are you gonna sing?
Okay. So like, Bh'an's dedicated to the last song to Kie, right?
Yeah.
Like, I can do better than that.
You're gonna sing a song to Kie?
Yeah, like if I have to, not like, you know, I mean, like, you know, because like nobody sings songs to her because like she's short and, you know, she's like so small and she's so weird. And she
Someone
doesn't talk
literally
and all that
dedicated a
shit.
song to me.
Yeah, you sing songs to her all the time.
No, I don't because she's weird. And like, you know, she's got this weird haunted sword and tried to like eat my
Okay, so
brain.
what are you gonna sing,
Sorry.
Barra?
Yeah, this one. No way prepared. Okay, here we go. Bang. Oh, that was the wrong chord. Hang on. Bang. Oh, yeah, something like that. Okay, here we go. She could be the baddest monk in history, but she just can't roll dice right. She's rolled some really bad lows when what the shit in pride. But she's got something that means she won't give up. Yeah, she's got halfling luck.
She can roll once and she's re-rolled tons.
Halfling luck.
Let's get dangerous.
Halfling luck.
Halfling,
For
look!
a peaceful monk, she kills a lot. She deserves some weird award. She punches hard, and she's also got this weird-ass haunted sword. Though it sometimes misses, 'cause her rolls really suck. She's got halfling luck.
She can re-roll once and she's re-rolled tons.
Halfling luck.
Let's get dangerous.
Halfling luck.
Better watch out, you bad boys.
Halfling
And the crowd goes wild. Make a performance check, please.
Chill,
Okay.
chill.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, it's just like there wasn't any inspiration around, so, you know, it's like no choice, you know, so it's like whatever, you know, just can like make songs up for anyone, you know, it doesn't matter. Why are you giving me 2 dice? Did you say advantage? You didn't say advantage.
Didn't say
It's because of you.
It's inspiration, I thought.
Oh shit. That's 13.
Boo!
The
Again.
crowd goes wild in a kind of like a yay, woo, yeah. Who's next? As you are, however, declared the winner of that round. You get your encore and you sort of usher off stage, and then it's like, okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a 15-minute break, and then we're going to be back with the next round of the Battle of the Bard.
Such enthusiasm.
Okay, so, yeah, should we,
Well, I know. I've got inspiration from Bh'an, but it's too late now, isn't it?
I'm afraid too late.
No.
I don't understand. Like, it was so annoying. But, like, when he sang that song, I felt inspired. I don't know. What's going on? How come he gets to, like, be taken up to the moon by some god? I don't know. I thought it was a good bard. And, like, he's inspired even me. Maybe I'm shit.
Barra, he's a paladin.
Don't spiral. It's not the bard that got him taken up to the moon. It's the paladin.
No, but I don't understand. Look, you know, it's like don't understand. So I only won a competition because like my rival like disappeared into the moon. I'm like the only girl who likes me so far was like that blind lady. Oh no, I'm not handsome. I'm not talented.
But Barra, you're looking for affirmation in all the wrong places.
You can't go to the moon because you have to stay here with us.
I prepare to tackle Barra in case he runs away again.
Oh no.
We like you here. Stay here.
No, okay, I know what we've got to do. We got to save Athena. Yeah, we got to save Athena.
Yes, let's do that right after we do what we came here to.
No, I know what we got to
What are
do.
we doing?
Yrsa, we got to win the giant Inton crystal. We got to win it. That's it. We're like shit. We don't even have a name.
We don't
We just
belong to
call-
a sect.
Survey Team 3. We can make our own sect.
We're not Survey Team 3.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. We need a new name, Yes.
Yeah, we need a name. We can form our own sect.
Tamaz.
Kamado.
Yes.
Tamada God.
Oh no!
Well,
Oh no!
Sorry for everyone at home. I'll type it in chat.
Oh god.
technically, it's not wrong. We are Tamada.
Right. There is a moment as you get a little bit of side eye from other people, as you're sort of having this mild nervous breakdown. But no one seems to be paying you much more attention. People have drifted away.
Look at that! Nobody's looking at us! And I'm so handsome, supposedly! Guys, we need a name. We need a sect name, and we need to join the competition and to win the in time. Bob!
Yes, we could represent whoever Yafir Tamar is a sect. Does Yafir have a sect?
No, he doesn't. He sells to the sects.
Oh. So, we could talk to Yafir and see if we could win some in-town. What will you do with a block of in-town?
We'll give it to Bob and feed it to him.
What?
No, I mean, put it to good use.
It could be toxic. And
No, it's in
such a
time.
large.
Look, no, all I know is that, like, the only sort of imprint we've made on the world is back when we vandalized that wall back in that town. Okay, we need to make our mark.
Okay, so now that the sassy has worn off, I am not sure that it's a good idea for us to be, getting so much attention. You know the blood company wants to kill us, and they're still not anywhere near where we need to be. As it is, I am kind of regretting the fact that I own his ass inside the arena. Granted, he gave me this very fancy sword. But, oh yeah, can you at some point let me know what this sword does? Thank you.
I can do that now.
Oh, you can.
I can. Sorry, I use identifier on the sword. The new one.
You're going to do in the middle of the tent.
Okay, look,
We
maybe
go to the outside the
Oh,
tent.
actually-
the little
Into
corner.
the main thoroughfare where everyone's
We
having
might
the-
as well go look for where our caravan is set up. Because, we've been away from Bob for a
Bob,
while.
yeah, well, like, we were supposed to, like, find this place to stay at, yeah? Like, this place called the Leaky Bucket. The Leaky...
Mm. Yeah.
Was
Leaky
anything
basket.
leaky?
Yeah.
Leaky Basket. Yeah, Leaky Basket. Yeah, we were supposed to find out. Look, let's go. I need a drink.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
You, without too much difficulty, are able to make your way to, I believe it was the Leaky Bucket. I will double check what you do. Basket? One second. As you kind of head that way, away from the festivities and the noise and the hubbub of everything else, it's still busy, but you find yourself heading towards a reasonably pleasant and nice lane that would, in another day, actually not be anything of particular note, but on this day is still filled with very gaudily clad sellers who are stood behind their carts, which are selling fruits and cakes and various other sweetmeats and everything else, as people are able to move their way along the thoroughfares. You kind of push your way through and head towards. You can see sort of just off to the slight left of a building that is the 1 second. that is the Creaking Basket, I believe was the name of it. But as you move to the left of the Creaking Basket, there is actually a small lane that leads around to the back of it, where there is a small garden area, which is not really much use as a garden right now because all of your wagons have been pulled up into it. And you can see that Eric is there, along with Yafir, who they're deep in conversation right now. And yeah, that is where your stuff is.
I run to Bob, give him a hug. Oh, Bob, you appreciate me, don't you? Bobby, baby. Come on, Bobby. Bobby.
You don't see Bob.
Where are you? Bob? Bob? Bob!
Eric, where is... sorry, Eric, where is Bob?
Bob? Bob's with you.
No,
I didn't take him.
he was in the caravan.
We go look in the caravan where we last saw him.
Make an investigation roll.
Oh, shit.
7.
Oh.
There's no sign of Bob.
I go and check outside of the caravan, any tracks or anything.
You can make one too outside, yeah. You can survival roll. You're tracking, aren't you? New dice first roll.
No, you got, no. Oh, we've all got inspiration from Bh'an, guys.
Oh, you have it. Wait, what's that?
So you get to add a D8.
Let's pick a good.
8.1.
Well, you really have brought her into your way, haven't you, Sheena?
No.
Dice paralysis.
Oh, okay. So no blessed dates. Okay.
No, bless me.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay. My
Someone should have used that.
my survival, right? Jeez, it's survival, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so 2 plus 5
Room-wide. The
plus
effect
6.
is room-wide.
So 13.
Yeah.
Well, it's definitely mud on the ground. There's definitely signs of boots, many boots, lots of boots, some wagon tracks. You might be in a large town of some sort. Maybe there's a festival going on. Yeah.
Okay.
Did Bob have some sort of collar, leash?
No, he's like a black griffin, like walking around a black baby griffin. He's not like common.
Is there a feather from Bob that's left behind?
Nothing you can see.
With your rule of 2.
Yeah.
I think it has been 7 days since we last used Marshall.
It has been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days.
I know.
Still cannot Marshall.
Bob!
Okay, fine.
Oh no! It's all
Fine.
going wrong!
Just-
Everything's going wrong!
Just give me a moment as Kaman walks up to the wagon
Mm-hmm.
that Bob was last seen in
Mm-hmm.
and says, Yrsa, help me! And slams his head into it.
Oh no!
Uncover secrets!
Okay.
Tapping into Yrsa's knowledge, Kaman can ask questions about an inanimate object that he can touch to his forehead gem.
Okay, you slam your forehead against the, much to
Tash.
Yafir's concern, but, what? But you slam your forehead against the wagon. What is the, remind me, how many times do you do it? It's one question and
It's
then...
one question, for each question beyond the first roll insight at a cumulative -5.
Got it.
So first insight to see how you interpret the answer.
So ask the question.
Yrsa, where is Bob? Or did someone take Bob? Okay, one of those. Okay, Yrsa? Did someone take Bob out of this wagon? Yes, that is the question. Now roll insight for that.
Go.
Oh, 24.
Wow.
So you focus and you feel there's a moment of almost communion with the wood, with the wagon, with its purpose, its role in the order of things. And you channel your thoughts and you project the sort of the persona of Bob into the ether. And there is a moment where you sort of uncover you have a strange flash of deja vu almost of you sat in a wooden cabin on the moon, having a cup of tea with a nice old man. And as you do so, you just hear a voice in your head say, well, of course someone's taken him out the wagon. I mean, you guys have taken him out the wagon multiple times.
That awkward moment when your god is so sassy.
I'll ask the follow-up question with the -5 modifier. Okay. But did someone other than us, other than ourselves and Eric and Yafir take Bob out of this wagon in the last 2 hours? Natural 20!
You get a very strong, almost home sort of video camera, like, pinhole kind of camera, sort of bit of footage, and you see
CCTV.
you see there are a couple of people that sort of wander up to the wagon. No one else seems to be around that you can see. We can't see beyond the immediate aspect, but it is definitely fisheye. And you see that one of them talks to another one, and then they talk back, and then they see, and then they pull out a bit of meat, and then they wave it around. And then there's another point where they look at each other, and they wave it around, and then they just turn around and they run. And then moments later, you sort of see, kind of like...
Focusing on the 2 of them, did either of them have an item that they were wearing that was distinctive? Like a wristband? Or...
You make a perception check for me.
Another 20, another 20.
I can roll that right after.
Audience members have been giving us Blessing of the Plains Wolf.
Thanks!
You have your planes wolves too.
Okay, it's... but my perception is 18.
Okay. You note that they seem to be wearing some sort of consistent uniform. You're not familiar with it, but it is a dark, sort of greyish green colour. It does not look like the thing that the Bird Company folks were wearing that you met earlier. It does not look like the thing that when Kie and Yafir described meeting with the Red Lotus sect.
Okay.
But it does look like a uniform of some sort.
Holding on to that image,
Mm-hmm.
and still within the vision, I cast Locate Object.
You will have to drop that power. You won't be able to do the next game.
I drop the power and
Right.
transition into... Still holding on to Einar's blessing. Okay, Einar, now help me find this. I cast Locate Object.
The 3 of us just go like... It's slammed his head against the caravan.
Locate object on which, sorry?
On the uniform.
Does that actually work that way? Name an object that is familiar to you. As long as you've seen it up close within 30 feet at least once. Roll a luck dice, just a d20. You're looking at like 12.
18!
Yeah, that's great. So yeah, you so you cast the key object, and the direction takes you back towards where the tents and the bleachers where the competition.
It's at the bleachers. This way. I point.
Let's
Follow
go!
me. Okay, stop running.
I pick up the Kaman because he's slow.
We've got 10 minutes. I shout, we've got 10 minutes. I'm
Okay,
trying to find it.
Can we do the elk thing now?
Good question. I think the elk is more like for overland travel kind of
Oh, okay.
situation.
Okay, we run in.
Anyway.
I'm not kidding. I pick up the Kaman.
Okay, so you all of a sudden find yourself like
Okay, this way.
fireman's lifted. You're about like another 4 foot off the ground, right? So
I try to balance as I point Yrsa towards the bleachers.
sure. So we're going to do a quick skill check. And so I would like the 4 of you to tell me, in some sort of order or term, how and what skill you are going to use in order to help you, and using Kaman as a sort of GPS coordinate system, in order to be able to get you to where you need to be.
I'm athletically holding Kaman and running along.
Then let's get an athletics check from you.
How's the terrain like? Like, is it just flat ground?
It's sort of the top of the hill was where the competition was. You guys are slightly off the camber of the hill, so it's not difficult ground. It's a 10. So
30!
30. 30.
30! 12 plus 18 is 30!
Why do I get 12?
I don't know.
You failed. No, it's of course you failed. 30 is outrageous. So also your Spirit of the Elk thing, as long as you do the appropriate imagery, does work.
Oh,
So,
cool.
so that's useful.
I'm slow.
Moving double speed.
Okay.
So everybody gets to move at travel pace, so double speed. I mean, there's technically you are traveling, so that's fine with me. Cool. Who's next? Okay.
I'm going to use my perception to try to pick out whether it's the uniforms or Bob in the crowd.
Cool. Go ahead.
Yeah, just scanning desperately. 25.
25. So you, as you kind of move forward, you sort of think right over on the far side, you see a group of tents that are in the right colour that seem to be matching the colour that you saw in your sort of grey, green, drab colour. Past the previously sort of the Red Lotus sect, and then further on from there.
Yes, sir, that way.
Lisa.
Okay, so I'm running as fast as I can as next to the Kaman GPS.
Running just as fast as you can. Sorry.
But just for kids.
Are you holding on to one of those hands?
What?
Nothing.
No, I'm small. I decide to ask Koshi if he knows anything. Just because, like, out of desperation, I know that Solver's with me all the time.
Sure. What skill are you going to use?
I don't know, man. Survival.
What is your highest skill?
Yeah, just find an excuse
Oh,
to use
okay.
my skill.
Yeah. That's
Acrobatics or stealth.
Acrobatics.
Acrobatics.
Like, you could be like flip flopping
Like,
over
walk on
people's
people's
stalls
heads.
and shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm stepping on people's heads.
Sure.
It's fun.
Make an athletics roll for me.
Like maybe
I'll
the
try it.
floor of buildings and stuff.
Oh my god, this is the best noise. Okay, but 8 plus 8 is
16.
16.
okay.
I will say that.
What I love is in chat, Hans newbie says, "Wait until Lisa rolls."
It's not a terrible rule. It's not terrible.
Really?
After the modifiers or before?
Before.
Oh, fine. So you're probably like 30.
Yeah, so 16.
16 is
That's pretty good. Right, okay, so yeah, you have a couple of false starts because you're not sure whether you should be talking to the sword or you should be looking somewhere. So you're like, where should I find the thing? And it's like, I don't bloody know. I'm a sword. And so you sort of you then sort of decide that actually what you're going to do is you're going to kind of clamber up the side of a wall and then try and get up onto the thatch and then kind of sort of move across, and you manage to kind of scuttle along. And as you do so, people are like, "Oh, there's a child on the roof." But then someone else goes, "No, it's halfling. Look at the feet." And nevertheless, you also are able to corroborate the fact that those green sort of tents are the far side of the bleachers, and you managed to head in that direction. 16 is not a strong enough roll to make any substantial difference, but it's not a fail.
That's my life now.
It's not an abject fail. It's an Asian fail. You got to be.
Making it so personal.
We're Asian, not Asian.
Bless my hand.
Oh, that's so funny.
The plastic will block.
Need to take a mortar and pestle and
Yeah.
grind it up.
Over to you.
And mask.
I use performance to clear up the space so that we can run right through. So using my my lute. No, I don't play lute. Using my mandolin, which I've learned some tricks from Barra. I'm like, how can I make it sound like a trumpet? Hold down a few things at once. Go. Go. Make way or you'll be sorry.
Ooh.
Make way, we're in a hurry. Make way, I'm not a lorry. Make way, my name's not Corey.
Make a performance roll for me. Bh'an has definitely rubbed off on Barra.
21.
21. So although you're not able to have that same drifting accent while singing effect that Bh'an has, you, however, nevertheless, grab people's attention as you belt out this song, make way, I'm in a hurry, and people are like, all right, mate, they sing about it. And they sort of, they don't deserve a song. And but various people do definitely make way and allow you to progress your way further.
Permanent fixture.
Tattooed into your skin from now on.
Need it.
Continue. Strong.
So, as a result of that skill challenge, you find yourself relatively quickly at the other side of the bleachers. You are rushing towards these green tents, and as you do so, I need perception checks from one from this side, one from this side, please.
I'll do them.
I'm up at 3. Okay. I might need to add
13, but I'll use bardic inspiration from Bh'an.
Okay.
I thought you used that. Didn't use it earlier second
New
year.
dice, not something else very well.
Oh, no, I was curious. You didn't really use it. Right, my bad. It was over this side.
13 plus 6 is...
Very nice. 19. Very nice. And over this side?
You got money, you got money, you got money.
Oh, that's true.
If you want, if you want to.
What? I have no more.
Oh, wait, hold on. Like, let's do it.
First, then bardic.
What's it?
Wow.
You got the things of the planes move
That's true.
if you want.
That's true.
I'm so
For
sorry.
you.
Do
it.
Bobby!
Okay, it's better than a 1.
Plus 16.
Oh!
On 3 dice, okay?
16 is good, given that you've got one hand on Kaman's crotch, holding him in the air like you're a waiter with a tray, and the other hand grabbing his leg, and sort of like,
sit bone!
and you're sort of there, and you're sort of leaning forward and charging forward, and so that's quite hard to see, right? Nevertheless, you manage to be charging down this sort of alleyway, and sort of between these tents, and you've got the bleachers on the right-hand side where there are people still in the crowd. They're cheering on sort of a competition that's happening over to your right as you kind of have crowded. And on the left-hand side, you notice that there are a set of tents that are in the livery of the blood company who just fought a few moments ago in the pit. And as you carry on further, you manage to screech to a halt just before, and I'm going to need acrobatics checks from you and acrobatics checks from you.
Acrobatics?
Just before
Oh,
you
no.
are about to slam into a huge leg.
Oh shit.
Oh, I see.
Oh, it's fine. I've got him.
Acrobatics, you say? 15?
Oh, wait, no. 11.
I mean,
Cool.
you've got planes
Cool.
move if you want. It's up to you.
No, 15 is fine.
So you see, as you're looking around, you're like, Yrsa,
Yes, sir. There's, you might want to slow down. There's somebody crossing. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Slow. Ah!
and so you manage to cartwheel sort of out of the way and safety for yourself and like sort of stand up just in time to watch Yrsa kind of run full speed, moose horns, everything else, slam into the side of a fire giant who has stood there watching the show over the top of the bleachers, completely just, oblivious to what's going on because he's watching the match.
Who put a giant here?
She's
more
about
importantly-
the height of his cow.
Can you make a shove attack, please?
Oh no.
I don't want to shove a giant.
I
She's going to be this tall compared to the fire giant.
Yes, and her braces of giant strength will.
Oh, shoot.
So I rolled an 8. I'm not sure what I'm adding.
Yeah, it's just strength bonus. And...
Okay.
Oh,
Strength bonus
no.
is where's my strength bonus? 4. So that's 12 so far.
Okay, fine. So, very little happens other than you just run at full pelt into a very heavy and plate-armored sort of calf and kneecap sort of cover. And there is this dong sound as a very large and bearded head sort of rotates and looks down and goes, yes?
Sorry, we'll just be on our way now, so sorry about this. Yes, are you okay?
Do you mind where you're standing? Oh, hey, I sound different. You see what you've done?
Yes, so what happened to your nose?
Who's talking?
Right here, asshole! Why you stand in the middle of the place, huh?
I'm not. I'm stood right by the side at the back of these bleachers looking at the match.
Yes, and we're so sorry.
You sort of did run into me.
We're so sorry about that, aren't we, Yrsa? Are we so sorry that we...
I don't have time for this. We're looking for a griffin. I pick up the command and continue.
Oh, there's a griffin over there.
Wait, where?
Over there.
Where?
In between. Hang on. And he sort of
Is it black?
he stands on his tiptoes, which is really quite a scary thing for you guys, especially you two, because when he stands on his tiptoes, his arch of his leg is taller than you guys. Right?
God.
And,
I
then,
move
comes
back
up there,
very
and then he kind of looks around and he goes, "Oh, I'm sure I saw the move. Oh, yes, there it is." And he points in the direction of the green tents. He says, "Behind that first row of tents, there's some. Oh, it seems like there's some ruffians trying to antagonize it or something. I don't really know."
Thank you very much, sir. And your name is?
My name is. I have these cards for a reason. My name is Berniledge Nilo.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Bernalech Nilo.
Thank you, Mr. Nilo.
Yes.
Who said that? Oh, you're on the roof. Oh, it's a little girl on the roof. Hello, little girl on the roof.
I
Okay.
slide off the roof and disappear.
Okay, we need to go, guys.
Okay, thanks very much.
Let's go.
Okay. Oh, I missed who won the match. There's a round of applause. It's like, ah! As you guys kind of scatter and pelt further, and you kind of pelt your way through these tents, and you come out the other side, and you see a group of, very much as you saw in your vision, sort of green, sort of drab green, kind of greyish green, sort of wearing, smock wearing, sort of like humans and a couple of others, sort of like, human likes, and who appear to be in a circle. And I think without too much difficulty, you've got enough perception that you can see that in the middle of the circle, looking around, is Bob going,
Bobby, we're here. It's okay. No. Okay. What's
He
going
can't
on?
speak anymore.
What? No, you know he can. No, he can. Okay, we gotta get him.
Yeah. So we push through. We start pushing through to get to.
"Hey, who the fuck do you think you are? Get away from us."
Who the
What are
fuck
you
do
doing
you
here?
think? Oh, my nose is back. Do you think you are stealing our Bob? How dare you?
Who? What? Get away from us. This isn't yours. This is ours.
That's my Griffin. He just said my name.
What are you talking about? Griffins don't speak. Everyone knows that.
Our griffin does.
Bobby. Okay, so obviously he's not yours since you don't know he can speak. Bobby, come on. What's my name? Bobby? Bobby, you okay? Yeah, I know. What have you guys done to him?
And if you make a perception check for me.
Change your mood.
And then one of these says, "We are the flowering jasmine sect, and this is none of your business. You should before you get a jolly good thwacking, get away from us."
You want to thwack? We can thwack, okay?
I've got a 15.
So sorry.
I don't know if that's an easy.
Oh, it's more than enough. He looks like he's been drugged.
Oh no! I know that meat they fed him. Oh no!
That's it. You want to thwack? Let's thwack. Huh? You steal
from
our...
us.
You steal our griffin, you poison him.
You can't come here and accuse us of things that are clearly not true. This is outrageous. You'll hear from our masters. Be off with you.
Be off with us.
Yes, that is exactly what I said. And there's this group of like 8 or 10 kids, and you can see there's a couple of them at the back that just peel.
All right, I've had enough of this. Yes, sir. Take the griffin. Then I say to the kids, none of you are leaving here.
What's going on?
Just go.
What? No, what? No, you just said none of us
Just
are leaving
go.
here. But you just
None
said...
of them.
I'm really confused.
None of us are leaving, or none of you are
Okay,
leaving?
okay.
Because you should leave.
Then I snap my fingers and cast silence.
Okay.
And then with the other,
okay.
and then my next action is to
Get the
cast
fuck out
spike.
of here.
As they exit, I cast spike growth around me.
Where are you casting silence? Because you guys are right up by them.
Yeah. So on us,
So then how are you casting spike growth?
spike growth on the area where we're standing.
But how can you cast it when it's silenced? You've silenced yourself.
Oh.
Right.
So you've silenced yourself.
Yeah, verbal song.
Oh no.
Spike growth is definitely verbal.
Yeah. So I should spike growth first, then silence. Or I could just silence and.
No, so as we've done this in action,
Yes,
right?
it's
so
true.
You've silenced yourself, And everyone's quiet.
And then I say to Yrsa, and then I say,
Pick up the griffin.
yeah, and then I point at the kids, all of them, and then I cast silent image.
Don't know. Can you check if that's a somatic
Oh no,
only?
it's verbal. Sorry. No, I can't.
So there's a moment where you try to cast something, you can't, and then you try to cast again, and you can't, and the kids are just all looking there, going,
I'm standing in front of you're running off, right?
No, they're blocking guys at the moment.
Oh.
Like unless you're gonna kick off, right? They're blocking you from getting to.
Wait, are they children?
No. They're like maybe 16, 17, 19, 20.
I thought I could
So
yes.
true my
So
own.
children.
I mean, yeah. Okay, so I cut out the silence. My bad.
Cool. As you do that and the silence drops, a large dome of force appears over the top of all of you. And a voice says, now, who is going to explain to me exactly what the fuck is going on here and why you are starting a fight with my students?
Hi!
And only one person, not you. And you're silenced.
Come on.
Hello, sir.
Go ahead.
Sir, this griffin is the child of my friend.
That is a patently false statement. Your
My-
friend is clearly some sort
You may
of
cast Zone of Truth on
humanoid.
myself, sir.
Uh,
Or shall I cast it for you?
Are you literally going to attest the truth of the fact that that is your biological child? Or
Not biological.
it is adopted in some legislation or some form of law in any country? Then you are telling a
It
lie.
is a law of nature where if we pick up an egg from a creature,
You have stolen an egg from a creature.
no, its mother was slain, and we have.
Who
taken
slayed the
egg.
mother?
It was slain by a companion of ours.
So you slayed the mother.
I did not, sir.
Who slayed the mother?
I fucking did!
Right, my point stands.
And
So you're saying you killed a creature in the
I did
wilderness
not,
and stole
sir.
its egg.
We picked up this child, this griffin, and nursed it while it was an egg and hatched it. And we have been raising it as ours. So it is very much the child of my companion, sir. And you're...
Quiet. And you silenced. Now, he looks at you and says, I think I've heard enough. What you said to me right now, you started out by lying. You then compounded your lie by sophistry, walking along a razor's edge. However, and he looks at his students and he says, where did the griffin come from? And the first person to lie to me dies. And there's a little bit of shuffling from foot to foot. And then one of them says, well, we were walking along and then this griffin came up to us and was clearly hungry, so we gave it some food.
Lie! Lie!
And he sort of squints and looks at you and says, silence. And then he looks at the kid and says, but she had a point. Die. And the kid just falls
Oh my god.
on the spot dead.
Kaman looks very appreciative.
Now that you understand what you're dealing with, I propose we have another conversation with more civil tongues in your head.
I bow.
And he waves his hand.
Who are we looking at? Are we seeing a person?
You're seeing a 5.5, maybe 5.75 foot tall, slightly elderly, but nevertheless, sort of, I would say 35 to 40-year-old hobgoblin man wearing very ornate version of the grey-green robes that you saw these kids wearing. He has an incredibly severe face and is, let's say, he has no smile lines, put it that way. It's uncertain if he's ever smiled.
How may we address you, sir?
You can wait to be asked. You, child. Sorry. My apologies. Young woman. Speak nothing but the truth. Tell me how this griffin came into your possession, and tell me why you're here right now, and one of my students is dead. Yes, I know I killed them.
Can you repeat the second half again?
The consequence of their lying to me led to their death. Put aside the fact that they lied to me and hence they died, why am I here solving what appears to be a common brawl? How did you get here?
We went back to our caravan and noticed that the griffin that me and my companions have been raising was missing. And because we care for this griffin very, very much, we went to look for him. Them.
Yes.
And we had a bit of an accident with the fire giant who directed us here to your students, where we found our griffin with your students and tried to take him back because we love him very much. And then you came.
I appreciate your, I want to say honesty, but I'm not entirely sure how honest it was. Your attempt at honesty.
I take very much pride in my honesty. Thank you very much.
I'm just not sure how much you love the griffin. Now, he sort of looks over and he goes, and what made you think that it was reasonable for you to start violence against the members of this clan rather than coming to seek out one of the masters? Go ahead.
Hi, my name's Barra. So what happened was that we found a griffin. My friend here, he's got some sort of like special sight where he could see from the caravan when he went missing that my griffin was lured away by some of the...
Has he now? Sort of, you see his hands move in a certain pattern as you speak.
And was lured away by some of the gentlemen over here, and we actually cast a locate object to find them. And there he is. And when I came into the circle, we noticed that the griffin, he was seemed to be a little bit drugged. So we actually taught him to do some tricks, and you can't forward him and pack him up.
And he dismisses your hat of disguise image.
Hey.
Remarkable.
Yeah, he's a sort of a weird colour.
My apologies, Ancient One.
No apologies necessary. Master...
You may call me Rumnaheim. Master Rumnaheim is how I'm known, and it is rare to have seen visitors. Nevertheless, I did not know we had many other of your kindred here.
It is a pleasure for us to be in your presence too.
Do you have any idea what I'm talking about?
I do not. I thought.
I see. Right, then I propose a trade. First and foremost, my apologies for my students' misbehavior. They'll be punished. You see, I take my punishment seriously.
Yeah, I don't know that you need to kill them.
Well, I will make that decision myself. It's not for you to make it. You have inappropriately reported this incident. I will take it into my own hands. You remaining 9, you know where to wait. And they sort of just look at each other and look at the body of the dead one and then look at each other and then look at you guys and look at each other and then they just sort of all turn and just walk away silently. And as Bob is just kind of swaying, going, Bob and Barra and Yrsa, and who's the blue person? He seen him naked. I seen him naked.
We do not speak of Kaman's wife.
And you see there's a point where this master just looks at Bob and he's still got that sort of glowing iris thing he had when he looked at you. And he looks at Bob and then he flicks his hand at Bob. But nothing appears to happen. And then he goes, how is this griffin talking?
I spent lots of time with him.
Wait. And then he sort of looks around and he sort of just says, and then you see him move his other hand another direction as he kind of... Sorry, continue. I wanted to ensure we were private.
He's got really good nutrition, and we spent lots of time with him. I was saying to him when he was in the egg, things like that tend to advance their cranial development, and some music, and like we co-sleeping, in infants. It's proven to be helpful to fostering quicker neural pathways. Connecting.
I'm going to stop paying attention now. When you finish your bullshit, will you let me know?
I don't know. Like, okay, honestly, as far as I know, like.
Just tell me the truth.
So.
That's the thing after the thing you're about to tell me now.
After this fight, we got some. There were some spoils, and I fed them to him, and he seemed to grow really fast.
What was the fight?
It was a fight with the thing that could turn into a dragon.
Who was the fight with?
Ryaka.
That name is not unfamiliar. You bested Ryaka?
Yep.
And you fed him to your griffin?
I didn't want to waste it's perfectly good meat.
And he was a piece of pig shit anyway, so I think I'm perfectly okay with that. I don't really mind. One less competitor in the region is not a problem for me or my sect. However, did you consider the consequences of feeding a powerful magic user to a griffin?
What consequences might those be?
I think we could have ended that sentence with what are consequences, perhaps. Right, then. Okay, well, I find you to have not totally wasted my time. So you are not guilty of that. You may leave. You, my dear sir, I think perhaps need to seek out another of your kind.
You mentioned there are others? Like me?
Do you mean Blow or Elfie?
Or both.
I mean, when was the last time you saw an elf? Other than, as you look at him, as you look at Kie, he sort of zooms in, looks again, and goes, when was the last time you saw an elf?
All parts of an elf?
I'm sorry.
I'm just thinking about. I don't know.
That is a falsehood.
I do.
You did the Magus of the Red Lotus.
Oh. Earlier today. Also all parts.
There's only other one elf I'm aware of, possibly within 100 miles. That would be the Magus of the Red Lotus. You saw the Magus of the Red Lotus? Who are you people, and what the fuck are you doing here?
We will be out of your hair as soon as you let us.
You like music?
I've been known to enjoy a song now and then.
Oh, okay.
We have the best.
Yeah, we just won a battle of the bards. Sorry, what's his name again?
Actions do have consequences. Would you like to play for me?
I in that context, it's a little bit, sure, why not?
What was his name again?
Rumnaheim.
Rumna.
That's a hard one.
Maybe like a hymn.
Okay. Okay. Alright, yeah, sure. What color? What does he look like?
A hobgoblin.
What color is he? Red?
He's sort of, yes, it's red, but in a kind of very, like, the skin has got old and wizened and cracked, and so it's a very leathery red, sort of like an old Chesterfield sofa red.
Like a date?
Like a date.
I guess so.
Oh no, you're aware.
Did you get texted by Singapore?
Oh,
No, different kind of
I'm sorry. What?
Sorry, Cheryl earlier. But anyway, moving on. He sort of looks over and goes,
I'm imagining it.
then go ahead. Look forward to being amused.
We are all looking at my concern.
He starts praying a little bit.
Totobi.
More like a bakwa.
Oh.
Oh, I see.
There we
Ooh,
It's very red.
Dark and leathery there.
Rumnahine, you've been fighting for a long, long time. At least your name is easy to write. This song's for you, dear Rumnahine. You killed your guy. All you had to do was give him the eye. The next thing we knew, he had gone to die. Oh, Rumnahine, you're quite a guy. Oh, Rumnahine, we don't know why you did that. Oh, Rumnahine, you're quite a guy.
Make a persuasion roll.
Your persuasion's better than your performance.
Yeah, yeah, actually.
Just to check, is this the green jasmine or the blue jasmine set?
Flowering
Is
jasmine.
Oh, flowering.
flowering
Oh, Lord.
jasmine.
Thank you.
29.
29. He sort of looks and he goes, surprisingly pleasant. You can keep a tone.
I can keep a what?
A tone.
Oh, yeah, I can. Like, yeah. Not like 3, because I'm not like a throat singer. I can keep 1. You know, if like you're a throat singer, you can like keep 3.
Just like and then just looks and says, right. Be about your way. May I suggest you don't put yourselves in a position where I need to see you ever again?
Yeah, sounds good. Thank you very much for your time. Goodbye.
You may want to
The hat back on.
and as you do so, he sort of turns and then kind of just sort of floats-ish away. He doesn't like float, but he kind of just does that sort of really annoying move where it's sort of like it's kind of walking.
Moonwalks away.
Yeah, he kind of like moonwalks away underneath that kind of thing.
No, it's especially concerning all the little boys he's hanging out with.
No, indeed, but,
Oh, no, come on.
Oh, hey.
Hey.
Welcome
hey.
to the John.
Hey, Cojon. So, it's just you and a drugged up Bob and a dead teenager.
Oh, no.
I hand Bob over to Barra.
Oh, baby. You hungry?
Do you still have Riaka meat?
I have not feared so good.
I think we should just get out of these
There's like
tents.
this meat on the floor.
These tents. Let's just get
Yes,
out.
let's leave.
Okay, let's go. Oh, no, Bobby, come on, let's go home.
You
Oh,
point
it's
his
okay.
beak away when he wants to vomit.
He's thrown up on you.
Oh, no, for the first time, it's me. It's not Kie.
Let me know how it feels. I do love you, Bob. I do. Don't listen
Okay.
to what the guy
Make a dex
said. I
saving
do
throw
love
for me.
you.
Let's get these dice to working, folks.
Yeah, come on.
Okay, you choose. No, you choose. You choose.
Nobody thinks
We
it's
got
on
one.
something.
There you go, there you go.
It's better.
What is it?
9
Plus? Your
What
dex-
about
your
dex
dex- your dex is really good.
Yeah, you should,
Oh,
you
yeah,
should do well.
yeah.
Dex save should be pretty high.
Plus 8.
17.
17. Okay, yeah, you managed
No,
to
no.
you managed to avoid the little stream
Yeah.
of vomit that kind of passes by you. As you step out of the way, and so Bob just goes, I tried that. And then sort of like just kind of like falls asleep on your shoulder.
Okay,
Oh.
I just
Maybe I don't love Bob.
You don't like Bob.
You just tried to puke on me.
Monster.
I failed to puke on you.
Good God.
Oh, shut up, Kie.
Syntax and grammar is quite
God's
amazing.
Yrsa, I think we should convince Yafir that we should get out here soon.
Yeah, maybe we're not good enough to get that block of in time.
Let's just go back to the caravan first.
Okay. I pressed the digit on the way back so I can slowly clean my credit.
Yeah, and you can see this like little layers of vomit just kind of fleck onto the floor as you kind of move off, and Bob just goes, oh, I'm feeling bad.
Oi, let's go back.
Feeling bad.
Hey, thank you for following us. Symbol to call.
Thank
Hey,
you.
Fine, thank you very much for the follow. So, you make your way back to the covered wagons that you share, and you see that both Eric and Yafir are kind of keeping an eye out, and they sort of see you back, and then you see that Eric says, I'm terribly sorry, I just thought you had Bob with you. I didn't realise that he was with us. And Yafir, on the other hand, is very much more effusive with Bob and says, Bob, you look You look like shit, my friend, but I'm glad you are back in one piece. I'm glad you have recovered him. I hope it was not any difficulty.
Hey, Yafia, what do you know about the flowering jasmine sect?
What do you know about this guy called Runderheim? You
Oh,
know,
shit.
Runderheim. He's got a name that's pretty good.
When you said sorry, I said that again. I said, "Oh, Bob, it is good to see you again. How great! And I hope you managed to recover, Bob, without any difficulty." And you said, "I think we fear you should eat a shit sandwich." Okay, good. Now let us say I am eating the sandwich. Tell me again what you have done now,
So, like,
please.
he discovered that
Eric, get the wagons ready.
he discovered that Bob had been abducted
Hurry.
by the members of the Flowering Jasmine sect. And so we like found
What?
them.
So you went to the masters and you told them that somebody had
No,
stolen from
like
you?
we found these boys and they were like bullying Bob, and they were like circling him, and he was drugged, and that's why he's talking like this. And so we were like, "Hey, fuckers, prepare to die!" And then
So you decided to declare war on the
oh no, he did.
flowering jasmine sect.
Yeah, that was me.
He cast
To
silence.
be
He
fair,
told,
nothing happened except for Kaman making us all very quiet.
yeah,
So you declared war on the flowering jasmine sect, and then you failed to follow up with it.
yeah, we did.
There was no violence on our part, but
Yeah.
one of the kidnappers is dead.
Yeah, because Runderheim killed him because he lied.
What? How did... Okay, I got to the point where you declared war on the flowering
Oh
jasmine.
no, we didn't declare war.
No,
You
no.
said, prepare to die.
Like, he said, like, none of you guys are getting out of here.
But I had already cast silence, so none of them heard it.
Yeah, yeah. So,
What?
So he's like,
It's bad.
This
You've
is
got to
why
stack your spells properly.
every
You
time we
listen
go
to
out on
yourself.
a field mission, and then you have to write a report. I have to rewrite it before I can send it up,
Yeah, Yrsa, I've got to admit, I often think about what happened the day before. I write it in my journal just to see what has been happening.
Mm-mm.
And it never makes any sense.
yeah,
Day after day.
Effect
no,
on you,
no, it's just that's just the world,
So anyway,
It's just how
So wait,
it works.
you said these things, you said prepare to die, but you did not say them because you were silent.
we did not say prepare to die.
We said like none of you guys are getting out of here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I could understand it because like I can read lips, just like
Okay,
Yeah.
I am with you so far. Now, tell me again. Eric, hurry the fuck up. Tell me again now where Rumnaheim comes into this.
so. He just appeared out of nowhere and he said, "Hey, why are you guys fighting with my boys?" And he like cast silence on all of us. And then he said, "Hey, you guys got to tell the truth." And like he only asked Kie, like the person with 0 charisma modifier, to like speak. And like Kie spoke, and like he was like,
He asked the devil demon.
"Yeah, devil demon."
I was the only one that wasn't lying. So he
No,
didn't
I
silence
didn't
me.
lie.
Why would you lie? You already are in hell.
None of us were lying.
And then like those two charisma modifiers like +0, so like she can't lie. Anyway, like she's just not charismatic. You'd agree. Just look at her.
I waved the sword around.
So
She is as charismatic as she fucking needs to be right now. She's terrifying.
Anyway, yeah.
No.
Thank you very much.
So she said like,
Don't
hey.
thank me.
So like
Don't talk to me.
So Yrsa said, "Hey, your boys lied first." And then like he said, "Who lied?" And then like the one of the boys started lying, and he went like, "Don't fucking lie to me!" And then like he just like said something, and the boy died. And like I was thinking really hard because like it seemed like a really waste of like Bob food, but like we thought we'd get the shit out of there.
Yeah, let's not eat people's fallen disciples. It's
No, it's not. It's for Bob.
it's a little bit, too soon, too
I'm
soon.
thinking about this. I wouldn't kill him anyway. So like it's just it's like if you have heard of an air burial or sky burial. Anyway,
May I just clarify a couple of important things? The first one, did you mention my name at any point?
No.
Good. Second point, very important, I feel. What happened at the end?
Oh, so the end was he let us go.
I sang a song.
He let you go
Yeah.
After Barra sang a song.
after you sang one of your
Beautiful.
good songs or the
Oh,
bad
it was
songs?
a good song.
Best song.
Yeah, yeah.
Not the ones where the people's
There was
ears
no
bleed.
sexing.
Or the other one with the...
Mm-mm.
okay,
Nah.
fine. So you did not show... Okay, fine.
No, I
Just
show him
a
all the time. Like look right here.
No, I meant
What? Oh, no.
the
The one
globes
where you
of
look
glory.
like
No,
not red bun.
glory, no.
Right. Okay, so you left peacefully?
Yes.
And he did not use words such as declare
No.
or cast you out or...
No.
You are free to go was what he said.
He said,
He also told Kaman to go and look for his own kind.
His own. Yeah, you may think that I have certain preferences.
He saw through the magic.
Well, naturally. But when he says his own kind, what kind does he? Oh, it must mean. Oh, you mean the. I don't think you want to do that. They're fucking scary, mate.
The
You
elves.
seem pretty nice, but elves in general are a bit of dicks.
oh, that's racist.
Did you forget to be scary together with your memories?
Don't take it away. Yes, it is racist because they're terrifying. They ruled this part of the continent for an awfully long time and subjugated a lot of people. Yes, I am mildly historically racist.
Why'd you push me Why did for? you do that?
Didn't you
What
just
did I
meet
do?
an elf?
I didn't do
Were you
anything.
not terrified?
I was, but he seemed perfectly pleasant.
I shot cubes. Yeah. And you dare get away from me!
Okay, anyway, maybe we should go, okay? Like, Bob's really tired and I need to, like, find some stuff to feed him with.
And I think we've had enough of this sex. It's too much.
I'm not a fan of group sex. No.
No, the sex.
That's what I said. The groups when the sex get
Sex.
together.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, this-
Like a party when sects are together. Like
yes.
a,
No,
I do not, I'm not. I'm
No,
not.
we
You
must
started it.
stop.
I'm not a fan of sex parties.
We must go.
Okay.
No.
What do you know about Brahmaheim?
He's one of the masters of the outer sect of the Flower and Jasmine. He's pretty fucking scary.
Mhm.
Managed to survive a long time. I don't really do that much business with them. I try and stay away from them. He definitely didn't mention me to him.
No. Don't worry.
You-
Just go, though.
Did you mention anything else about our business?
No?
No.
Did you mention about our... Okay, good.
Okay, let's go.
But he did say, Kie did mention that she met the Magus of the Red Lotus today. But not with who.
Yeah.
He was just very confused about how we managed to meet the Magus.
Get in the wagons now. In the wagons.
Come on, Bobby, let's go. It's okay, Bobby.
In the course of that little debrief and everything else, Yafir is Casey says my headcanon states the Yafir adventure of the group exactly like Survey Team 3 for 30 years, and then she's not so much remembering the stuff as reliving it. So there may be some truth. He's only having PTSD moments, but you manage to get into the wagons and you get going, and Yafir and Eric kind of like head out, and you follow as you kind of move out through the rest of the Transor, and you carry on going north.
Yafir, can we now finally, now that we've got some distance from them, can you tell us what these sects are?
I think we said before, these are just, they're associations, but they are, they're like many religious sort of cults, but they don't really espouse religion. They worship power more than religion, and they use that carrot of joining them with power plus a stick of just an insane form of discipline. Like the consequences for disobedience does not surprise me. Well, quite. That is, yes. I don't know why are your eyes okay? Do you need some sort of
No,
drops or
what?
something?
Did he whistle again? No.
I don't know, but you were just...
Oh no, it's not. It's like we're like it's like we understand each other, like.
I'm just wondering, so they tend to attract certain types of people.
I think they, Look, there's nothing really of note. You've kind of moved out of the main thoroughfare of the Trun, so you've kind of headed north on the road a fair distance by this point, maybe like 15, 20 minutes out of town. But he's still looking around and he goes, I do business with the Red Lotus. I find that they are, as these sort of schools go, they have some sense of decency is too strong a word, but at least
Honor?
they, oh, good heavens, no.
Oh.
But let's say principles.
Oh yeah.
And as long as you abide by their principles and they abide by theirs, then everything is good. They are not so power crazed that that all things such as disobedience or otherwise are just met with terminal propositions. However, they are definitely at the, let's say, fluffy cuddly end of the sex trade.
So if
There has to be a better phrasing for that.
yes, if they are so powerful, Yafir, then why don't governments, they could take over governments, nations?
mean, they're not. They're powerful, but they're still constrained by the number of people they have that can exert that power. I mean, there's a certain action economy, one might say, that is sort of, at the end of the day, like whether it's the Civilized Kingdom or, your own people in Marabanda or even
Nagaranda! Sorry,
It's like a football team. So I was just wondering, membership-wise, if, say, hypothetically, we got into trouble with one of them, how many of these guys would be in one of these sects?
Hypothetically speaking, which of these hypothetical sects would you have got in
the
trouble with?
hypothetical flowering
Is it-
jasmine.
The hypothetical flowering jasmine.
Right. I would say that the outer flower adjustment we met, there may be no more than 2,000 or 3,000 of them.
And that's the outer flowering jasmine?
Well, yes, there are very, very fewer in the inner flower adjustment, but it is also, they are sort of exponentially more powerful.
Ah. Right, so don't mess with them, is what you're saying.
I'm slightly confused about this outer and inner situation. Do you mean geographically or power structure-wise?
Power structure, definitely. I think the outer one is where they take all of the
Refresh?
sort of chaff, and then they, in theory, promote into the inner, and then you reach a certain level of responsibility, and you become a instructor or a master in the outer sect, and then that is part of your journey as a member of the inner sect.
Is this the same for all of the sects?
Yes, it is sectual politics.
I see.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna spend some time with Bobby. You guys have a good conversation with your peer. I just want to take care of him.
And you carry on heading north up the road from the Chancellor, and the last thing Yrsa says to you as he sort of gets back to driving the wagon is he goes, I must admit I'm a little bit concerned about our route. We have actually surprisingly made okay time, but at every turn we have encountered some difficulty or another. Even this village where all we had to do was go in and spend the night to sleep. It seems that you have, perhaps not even as your fault, in fairness. It sounds like they came along and abducted Bob, which is pretty fucking terrible if you ask me. But you also managed to get into a fight with two of the Blood Company, and you sang on stage and drew a great deal of attention to yourself. I mean, not to mention... Wait, did I imagine the thing where Bh'an and... One of my gods, where's Lay Parnak? What the hell is going on? Actually, where is Lay Parnak?
So remember the very long night we spent outside where the Tyrannosaurus Rex attacked us? At one point, Lay and Bh'an had a watch together. I'm not sure what they talked about and whether drugs were involved, but somehow, from that, Lay somehow believed that he was the missing Bob of Bh'an. But just the brains.
I'm sorry, what? Can you say that again? I think these old years, 30 years I've been traveling, and 55 years old I am.
It's true.
Maybe I misheard you. I think I heard you say, however, that Lay Parnak thought that he was Bhan's dog.
Yes.
No. That could not be what you said.
Yes.
Anyway,
That's what I said.
Is this some play on words like the sex and sex
no,
thing? Because I was enjoying that. It was quite funny. I was
No.
I laughed.
He believed that a wizard was involved in transplanting the brains of Bhan's dog into his body.
That's why he was making.
Actually, that is very believable. Lay is fucking stupid.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you actually think he was Bhan's dog?
Yeah, they've all gone now. So they've gone on their like a doggy owner and dog adventures. I'm sure
With
they'll
the
come
piano
back
man,
sometimes. Yeah.
To the moon!
To the moon.
Well, let's not you don't need to know all that. Basically.
We can't explain it either, but apparently that
I
was...
thought I even went to write in my journal.
No, just say that
Say.
they went off to seek the fortunes.
Or to
Find
kill
themselves.
wizards.
Killed wizards.
Lay Parnak, believing himself to be Bhan's long-lost dog.
Best friend.
Dog
Bhan's
is best friend. Bhan's best friend. I can go with that. That
Yep,
has a
yep.
certain... Okay. Fine. I will just gloss over it and pretend it was some sort of fever dream. Nevertheless, there is a decision that awaits us, and I'm going to ask you against my better decision. And the reason I'm going to ask you is because we can take two routes. One is over Bathaya Bridge, which takes us through the Bathaya village and closer towards the mountains in the Civilized Kingdom, but they will still end up within, are able to kind of move closer towards Twilight End. There is then just the village of, the town of Gigandum and then Twilight End. Or we go over the Saskva Bridge, which takes us via Samatlan and then to direct Twilight's End. Oh boy, okay. I guess my key point is, and he stops and he just thinks to himself and he goes, do you have any preferences?
No, we need to go faster. Whichever's
Fast.
faster.
And safest.
No, and fastest.
Well, this is the thing. There's fastest and there's safest.
We gotta go faster. There's
Okay,
people
what-
How
waiting
much
for us.
faster?
It is, it is 7 more days via Saskva Bridge and 6 days via Bathaya Village.
Wait, so it's 7 days in total or like 13 days?
7 days total left.
Also, it's 1 day difference.
Only
Yeah, 1 day difference.
Okay, we're taking the 6-day route.
How much safer?
You know, I would honestly have said, if this was last year, I would have said, you know, it is definitely safer to take the Saskva Bridge. But honestly, the way things have been going, I would say we're fucked either way.
Yeah, we're fucking taking
Okay, then we go the faster way.
Get the faster way. Come on, yeah, faster.
Fine. Bathaya Bridge it is, Eric.
Is there a troll under the bridge or anything like that?
If there hasn't been before, there will be now. And he,
Just because they're trolls doesn't mean they always live under a bridge, you know?
You remember the troll under the bridge that was eating children?
Good point. But yeah, we lived there for so long, it was the only and one troll. Yeah. Oh, anyway, welcome to the stream, Arbiter for MTG.
Yay.
Thank you for the follow.
Oh my gosh. Okay, come on, let's go.
okay, we are going, Barra.
Yeah, I'm probably.
We've been continuing to be going.
Oh, yeah,
Literally,
it's true.
nothing has changed.
Okay.
That
No!
it's okay. Is he better now? Now that the drugs got thrown up?
I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
better, Bobby.
Just roll a dice for me.
How many
D20.
sides?
Sorry, D20. Pardon me. The default dice in my head is D20. I apologize.
7.
7. Bob is managing to hold it together, but every now and then he kind of stumbles a little bit. He's refusing food at the moment.
Oh no, Bob refusing food. He never does that.
Maybe give him water. Water to drink. Rinse out the system, you know?
So as Bob drinks a load of water, like he drinks way too much water.
Oh Lord.
Oh no.
Control, you're gonna drop. You're gonna. Hey, yo.
Make dexterity saving.
No! 5 plus 8 is 13.
You narrowly avoid a very watery stream from Bob.
Ha! And this is.
I tried.
Oh.
What is this?
I know, baby. I know.
I'm not very good at the
I
moment.
know. I use healing word. Okay, the healing word of the day is anybody? Anybody? Okay, it's processes. Okay.
Processes.
Processes.
It's
Okay, there you go. Processes. Processes. Okay, we'll read 4.
Plus 5?
Oh yeah, it's an 8.
So healing word is just hit points, right?
Yeah.
So it doesn't cure poison.
Oh no.
Bob says, feel better. Still feel queasy.
Oh no, greater restoration. Oh, could you level up? Level up.
I have lesser restoration.
Ah.
He just needs like remove poison or something.
I have potion of healing.
Yeah, there's just
Okay.
hit points as well.
Oh.
Sorry.
I know, you fear. No, he's been drugged. You know, like, can we give him anything?
Rice.
I mean, did you give him Quaalude, Barra?
No!
Then how is he drugged? What is it? Oh,
I
it's
told ya.
those fools from the outer, those I'm sure incredibly impeccable students from the outer flowering jasmine.
It's a Grim! Hello,
Hey, Graham.
Hey!
We may have some herbs around. Somebody do a medicine roll.
welcome.
Oh.
Sorry, I don't want to interfere. Someone do a medicine roll.
Sure. Far.
Not me.
And I could take a long rest and then I rolled 2. I could take a long rest and then do lesser restoration.
Okay.
It kills poison.
Okay.
Yeah, medicine.
Wow.
I don't know what to do.
Okay, okay.
I just don't know. I'm sorry.
Fine, fine.
But if you give me
What was that roll for?
Nothing, I'm practicing.
Fine. Okay, so
I'm planning to switch spells tomorrow.
no worries. So
I'm learning.
Bob is not in danger of this, as far as you can tell. Right?
Okay.
I mean, it's unlikely from your estimation. He's not sort of. He's able to stay good. He's just refusing food, and he feels weak.
Okay.
Like bad food poisoning to
Okay. Okay.
So, other than that, you guys continue the trip northwards.
To the bridge.
To the bridge.
To the bridge.
To the bridge. As you head off to the left, you will see that there is the left. As you head off, there's a point where there's a split in the road, and you head off towards the east, which is towards Messiah Bridge, and you head northwards in that direction. And the roads and the terrain you're traveling through are just vast kind of prairies full of wheat and various other crops. You don't see very many people, and the folks that you do occasionally see are in the fields. They're tending it. It is lush here. It is like the breadbasket in some ways, right, of this entire area. There are huge fields. There are huge orchards every now and then, and the entire of the area is well maintained in general, and these are clearly working farms. But you still don't see a great many people around you. As you travel north, I need somebody to roll a d12 for me, please.
Oh, that ain't gonna be me.
I'll do it.
No.
Nothing could possibly go wrong.
Yeah, just don't roll a 2.
Say 11. Oh,
Oh.
that's not good either.
That's a good one.
No, 11 is excellent.
Ooh.
So you in fact make far better time than you thought, as you basically gain most of a day's travel.
Oh, yeah!
Due to a combination of your elk speed plus the fact that what often at this time of year the track that you're on can be a little damp from the rain, but for whatever good reason, the road is hard and rises to meet you, and so you kind of make very good speed.
Like bread.
Like bread, indeed. like the bread bowl. Yeah, indeed. Very good.
So pleasant.
What is this feeling?
As you are about to approach Messiah Bridge, I feel that it is a great time for us to take a very short break. If those of you who are fully aware you want a quick, fast, inline bit of gossip, you can go there to our weekly quest, because I think I just updated the link. I promise I did. I'm not sure I did. I think I did. And if you go to that link, you will then realize that you have the opportunity to win a digital copy of the Player's Handbook and the Dungeon Master's Guide, so you can start to run the game for your friends. You can get together your own fourth culture.
Yes. The fifth culture.
The 4.1 culture. The Dolby 4... No.
Is that like how they name D&D editions?
Yeah, indeed. Indeed. So, you get a copy of the Dungeon Master's Guide and the Player's Handbook. And that will be drawn in 2 weeks' time. That is not 1, but 2 weeks' time, when we will be joined by a guest next week and a guest the week after, which is kind of amazing. So we've got all the guests and all the time and all the people. One person who won't be here next week is...
No.
No, what?
I have another wedding.
How many times do you want to get married?
She's been married so many times.
She has another wedding. Oh,
Not just
wow.
bigamist, polygamist.
Who gets married on a Monday?
Yeah, that's the
It's
shit.
for BTO purposes. Not me. It's not me. This next wedding.
BTO is the
Someone
thing
away.
about buy-to owning in Singapore.
Built to order. Built to order.
Built to order. Buy-to-own.
Right to order.
So buy-to-own is a different theme, but it's also not the Bachman Turner Overdrive for those of you who are of a certain age. But
Yes. So.
Dylan, Katsu, stop humping that camera. Thank you. There's a cable that runs this way. Anyway, so if you go this way, you do the thing, you join and you enter, then similar kind of thing for those who've done their drill, you get a copy of the DMG and a copy of the Player's Handbook. And if you aren't interested in the Player's Handbook, then one thing you can do is you can join, because we'll probably get the dice thing going again, and there might be some other secret prizes and other stuff. And if you want to, then you can do a swap shop by going to our Discord and saying, "Hey, I have a copy of the Player's Handbook. Who has the dice? And maybe I'll swap with you if you want." Or some other cunning stuff, which would be a secondary market.
Cunning
Probably
stuff.
not against the terms.
Oh,
Yeah. But yeah.
market.
And now I'm black.
No.
Oh, wait. That's...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we're back.
Hey, you're back. Welcome.
Hello.
Well then. What? Thanks for the brains. What's the use of button again? Sweet. So, nevertheless, I think we're probably ready to get rolling again if everybody's ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like
Another
a caravan of Yefirtima.
Caravan of love.
Who's been taking this route for 30 years. Hey, Yefir! For 30 years, you've been going this way. Which of the two sides have you normally chosen? Would be a good question to ask. Seriously.
The faster one.
Yes.
Chosen.
No. Does he normally go to? You normally go by the bridge, Yefir.
No, well, there are bridges on both sides, but I normally take the slightly slower route because honestly, I prefer the view. And if I'm not in a rush, I will go that way. But if there is business that takes me via Basaya, I will go via Basaya.
There's nothing you're trying to avoid in this fight?
I mean, I had an uncle who had a second wife who was in Basaya. She was a bit liberal with the food, but beyond that, no, I think not really. I mean, it was a sweaty woman, though, I must admit. Okay.
Thanks for joining us, Lachlan.
Hey,
Thank
thanks very much
you.
for the follow, Rockland. If you are now trundling along,
I think I mispronounced somebody's name. Could you correct me?
Lachlan?
Lachlan.
Lachlan's
Okay,
reasonable,
yeah.
I think. I mean, I don't know.
Sorry.
I apologise, Lachlan, if I have that wrong.
No,
If
I
it's,
pronounced it wrong. Anyway, yeah. keep going.
it's all good. And so we will find our.
Let's go see Yefir's sweaty auntie.
She doesn't live there anymore.
Oh,
And she passed many years ago.
I'm so
Oh,
sorry to hear that.
no.
I'm not. She was
Is it because of
I-
the sweatiness?
I kind of went the other route to avoid her. I mean, this is not like very close family.
You know, come on, let's go.
I mean, nevertheless, I mean, she wasn't a bad one. But the days of my youth, as you fear kind of.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I was gonna say that.
You know about yes, it was a few years ago. But
More than a few years, mate.
Happy music.
my youth,
Yeah.
yeah, I would say so. Maybe how old am I? I'm 55. So
Oh, yeah, only?
when does youth age end, Barra? 20, 19, maybe? Yeah, I'd say so. So yeah,
like
35 years.
About like 34, 35.
No, that is definitely
No.
that is definitely adulthood bordering on middle age. I must admit.
No.
So
No, you can be like 31 and still like be really young.
Oh, no, Barra. Trust me,
No.
especially as a man, you are past it. You're over the hill, both in terms of your prowess, but also in terms of your looks and just general,
No. I'm
physicality.
peaking.
I would say
No.
that my peak was probably 23, 24. I was
would
very
say
proud of that, though.
My peak is
Oh, I
now.
was such a young man, Yrsa. You would have loved me with your. You don't get me wrong, not like that. But I'm saying that I was quite the Jack the lad. I enjoyed a good
Yeah.
fight, a bit of a scrap.
Yeah,
it
I'm
was,
like that now.
we were kindred spirits. Yeah, but
I'm like that now. I'm like Jack the lad. Now.
You don't sassy us again, I sorry. Prepare
Sorry.
the slipper.
Sorry.
But do I get the impression, and maybe it is sometimes around you I am distracted easily, and I must admit. And but do I get the impression that you are perhaps how do I say it,
Handsome.
insecure about your aging?
No, because I'm not.
You're not what?
Prime of my life.
Well, no, but I think the prime of your life has passed. A little.
No.
Now our friend here,
What?
he will live
No.
for 1,000 years, perhaps.
I might be a really old elf. You never know.
Yeah, he's got amnesia. He doesn't remember. He could be really.
Yeah.
I don't think it matters really. I mean, it's like elves just live until they.
Well, he could be
who knows?
like-
The scary devil family.
He could be like 999 years old.
How old an elf is?
I think you cut them in half and count the rings.
I think that's what trees.
Oh yes, that's right. 3 elves. Sorry, I get confused.
I know they live very long as well, but still.
Yeah,
No.
it's the scary part.
But yeah, at some point you must have forgot. Well, okay, I'm sorry, that's quite sensitive. But yeah, I mean, even if you don't have amnesia, you live for hundreds of years. Surely at some point the memories will get a bit foggy.
Doesn't that mean that there's a bunch of elves out there who used to do the whole subjugating and tyranny thing who might still be alive?
Probably. I mean,
Yeah,
you guys seem to
sounds
live
about right.
forever.
So, Kaman, You probably would not. You do not have recollections of when you were a child.
No.
You don't have. You only actually introduced yourself to me like 2 days ago, right?
Yes,
Up until then, you're pretending to be someone called Sani.
Sandy.
Sandy. Pardon me.
Sandy.
That's it.
That's
That's
it. Yeah.
Your pretend accent is terrible, but also
Oh,
much
I know
better
how
than my
to
terrible
talk
pretend
about
accent.
Sandy. I'm Sandy.
Sandy.
Please,
Sandy.
please,
My
please,
name is
please.
Sandy.
Oh my.
It's kind of an awkward situation because when Kaman joined us, he was already not having a lot of his memories.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got
So-
any drugs? Like we found that when he took drugs, he'll remembered some of that shit.
What did you remember?
Oh no, we can't tell you. Like it's secret. It's private stuff. For me.
It's something.
Was
very
it Barra's
private.
age?
No. Just like I'm a young man.
If you just smile and give you a wink.
Or I don't know. You
Kids
talk,
thoroughly enjoy it.
just because I am a child, mean I'm old. I'm really young and handsome.
Yes, and
Who are you trying to convince? Man?
What?
Honestly, who
I
are
don't
you trying
have
to
to convince
convince?
anyone.
You are
Look at these
clearly,
abs.
you're
Look at
clearly
No,
a
look.
very attractive man in your early 30s. Who are you
No,
trying to convince?
I'm not in. No, I'm in my 20s.
Yeah, fear. Come on.
All right, I won't poke the bear.
Yeah. Oh, talk. No more.
Okay, fine. Anyway, I think it's time. I'm going to take a nap. We were going to continue down this road a bit further. Pasaya Bridge is maybe 8 or 10 miles down the road. It should get there in a couple of hours. Do you mind just driving the wagon?
Yeah, sure.
Do you know how to drive a wagon?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. I once played a wagon driver.
Do you know how to drive a wagon?
You're on the bard.
Fair enough. And he hands you the leash. He rolled quite high, so he knows you're about to say it. So he hands you the leash and goes, try to stay. You see the thing in front of you?
Mhm.
The large kind of sandy,
Yeah, with my yellow
dirty thing?
Yeah, I can see it.
The road?
Mhm.
Stay on that.
Okay.
Good. And he goes in the back.
Okay. I've done this before. I've driven an airship that was controlled by a phoenix.
The last time we all drove a wagon was in the mines, right?
It's more a cart than a wagon.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And it was on, rails. So
We crashed them all, right?
no, we were okay with it. It's just that it was broken, so we had to do the emergency back.
Yeah.
Pull the string.
Yeah.
We'll wait to see Christine's write-up of that, if that's actually what happened. For those of you who haven't seen, thefourthculture.fandom.com, Christine's done an amazing job as our archivist, writing up all of this cool stuff that I had completely forgotten. Thank you very much. It's
It
amazing.
reads so well. It's so
Anybody
interesting.
that wants to help, please get in touch with Grim SG. She's done an amazing job, and join our Discord, and please do help. It's really what a wonderful resource, and it's just an amazing thing to be done.
Yes, it's just a little bit up on the Streamlabs.
Streamlabs.
Streamlabs just like pop the whole bunch of links.
Oh yeah. Streamlabs has all the links. All the links.
All the links.
Sweet as. Who would like to roll me a D12, please?
Yeah, why don't you do it, dear?
Really?
Yeah,
You have to
do it.
touch your dice.
Yeah.
You sure again?
Go for it.
You haven't rolled a d12 here yet.
I have not. Okay, I'm using a blessed one, and I have a leaf on my hand. 12, right?
See how this one goes. Maybe you roll another 11. Who knows?
9.
We don't know what a 9 is.
We don't know what a 9 is.
Woo! Oh, thank God.
No, I don't know.
You make pretty good time.
Oh,
you know?
Yes!
As you travel further, you
Thank you,
approach a really rather large and heavy stone bridge that is across this river. And you look at it, and you sort of look suspiciously at it, and you kind of like take a good old. Is there a troll here? Is there a river serpent? Is
Another
there some
customs.
sort of demon? Is someone gonna get possessed? Cross the bridge.
I will go first
Sure.
onto the bridge,
It's all bridge.
being noisy as heck.
How are you being noisy?
I will sing a song.
Oh no! Everyone take cover!
What song are you singing?
I'm singing a song from my hometown. You know that?
No, you have to sing it.
Oh, really? I will translate it in common so everybody can understand. Sometimes down, no need to feel sad. Sometimes lost, no need to give up. Sometimes give up hope and drink until you drunk. Body got no soul like the scarecrow. Life is
Like
Like
the
a-
ocean wave.
sometimes up, sometimes down. Good luck, hoi hoi, bad luck, hoi hoi. Still have to get up and work. 3 points. Count on heaven.
Hey,
7
hey!
points count on fighting.
Hey, hey!
Must fight, then can win.
Yeah!
What is happening? Are we under attack?
No,
What is that noise?
I'm just trying to see whether anyone's coming after us. Oh, thank you for the cheer, Grim. Yay!
And by the way, Sheena Chan, everybody. What were you actually singing?
Oh, it's a Hokkien song called 爱拼才会赢, which literally translates to must fight then can win.
That's fair enough.
SKC is very helpfully put up in the chat.
I believe that's the motto of the 18.3.
Pretty much.
Well, as you either maybe it is your purifying song or it is something else, but you traverse across this bridge, the Sire Bridge, with nary a breeze, really. Sort of just steps across. The wagons move across, and you see in the distance there is another little fork in the road, and your fear, sort of having had a nap, kind of comes out and sort of takes the reins back from you, Barra, and says, is there any reason we need to stop via Pasaya village, or do we just travel for
What time of the day is it?
it's sort of mid to late afternoon by
No.
now, I would say.
Let's keep going.
You wish to keep traveling? I think that's reasonable to me too.
Yeah.
Okay, so let us carry on. One more hex, as they say. And so, who would like to roll another d12 for me, please?
Is it my turn?
Keep on doing this. You're going to end up in the city by the end of today.
Wow! Progress!
You're not.
It can't last that long.
D12, D12, D12. 3.
Fucking hell. Okay. You make excellent time again. Not just that, but actually, there comes a point where, as you then cross the Pasaya Bridge, Pasaya village, in fact, there's the bridge you cross across, and then there is another sort of river, sort of tributary. It's actually the main sort of like tributary of the Civilized River that kind of heads towards the Harnbal River that heads out to the sea. And as the these two form like into a river head, there's another bridge on the other side, and you manage to cross it. But before you do, there is another merchant that has their stall set up that is just before the secondary bridge, and the Afir says, I think that is in fact my friend. I'm just going to go and say hello if you don't mind. And so the wagons keep running, and he just says, just give me a few moments, Eric. And he kind of sort of steps down and sort of runs over and sort of converses with I want to say maybe again, sort of early to mid-age, sort of half-elf, so maybe sort of in the hundreds, kind of, but not much more than that, who is sort of beautiful but slightly sort of greying at the temples, sort of lady that sort of stood there and just sort of looks at Yafir and beams a big smile. So just they begin chatting a little bit, unless you guys are going to go over, but they're just sort of chatting for a bit. And Yafir, after a few minutes, sort of comes back and says, and just gets back on and goes, oh, well, interesting news. That was my friend Ulfena, and very nice to see her it was, but we are making good time, it seems, and the fair weather ahead of us. We will be able to cross the river, and apparently it is good running, and we should probably, maybe, there have been no discussions of any recent incursions, no monsters, no bandits, nothing like that. So if we want to, we could even travel through the night.
Yeah, I think we should do that.
Yeah.
I know that there's a certain urgency.
Yafir, just in case before we reach Twilight's End, is there anything we should know about the place? Because
Well, we'll be stopping in the town of Kigandum first.
Okay.
Kigandum is before Twilight's End, but Kigandum is 2 days away from Twilight's End.
I see.
And we are, I would say, we've made incredibly fair journey today, actually, but we are, I would say, a day and a half from Kigandum.
Oh, what do you think?
I think we should keep going.
Wait, on the caravan, is it just us now, or are there still other people?
There are 2 other guards.
Oh.
There's Eric, Yafir, and you guys.
Oh, so little.
Yeah, you're down to 2. You're basically down to 2 wagons.
Yeah, scouts never came back.
I think
The scouts never came back.
I think we should go for the simple reason that if we can make it, we should keep going.
You agree?
In case anyone is trying to set up an ambush,
Yeah,
they
I
will
know.
be expecting us to go slow.
Then if we're going to travel this way, I propose 2 things. The first is that we alternate sleep patterns, so that at any particular time, there are 2 people who are driving the wagons. There are 2 people that are watching out, especially in the darkness. I do not see well in the dark, although the lights allow me to see the road. I will not be able to see more than 20, 30 feet in front of me.
It is okay. Kaman and I can see in the dark. Oh,
I can too.
And me.
Well, that's just
oh yeah.
Yeah.
We
Very
cannot
good.
see in the dark.
then that is one of the main reasons. And then maybe if you are able between you to drive and to drive at night, then I will drive during the day, and you sleep during the day.
Okay.
Sounds
Let's
good.
do that.
Well, guess it's evening then, so I'm going to bed.
Good night.
Good night.
Sweet dreams.
In your beauty sleep.
And he sort of jumps out and he goes off and gives Eric the plan. And there's a moment of like, "Are you sure? That seems reckless." And he's like, "No, my friend. I think it's important. And honestly, it is more dangerous to be around these people than it is to drive down this road at night." And Eric kind of goes, "Well, I can't argue with
He's
that.
not wrong.
I really can't argue with that." And so he goes, "Right, it's all sorted. So we will sleep, and you are." I hesitate to say this, but you are in charge.
Oh, yeah.
And
What could go wrong?
Yafir goes to sleep, and the last thing you hear is him saying, "Oh, Bob, want to give Uncle Yafir a cuddle? Oh, that sounds lovely."
Oh.
Yafir have quaaludes? No, Yafir doesn't have quaaludes. Who taught you that word, Bob? Barra? No, never mind. Come here, Bob, I'll give you a cuddle. And they go to sleep.
Oh.
I've cast Lesser Restoration on Bob just in case.
That helped. So Bob is now no longer friendly.
Yay.
Okay. All right. So then, Yrsa,
Yeah.
do we need to break up the watch, or shall all 4 of us stay awake through the night and then we sleep during the day?
No, I don't trust them. Like,
think we
these
should
guards.
Break up just in case.
Yeah, I don't
Because
think...
you'll never know, like during the day, if we get attacked again, then we cannot rest.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So who wants first watch?
I'll do first watch.
I don't mind. I'm not tired.
So you are going to be who's driving the carts and who is going to be watching.
All right, you know.
What check is it to drive the car?
So it is going to be land vehicle if you have it. If not, well, if you're a bard, so you get your bardiness.
Bardiness.
If not, then it is going to be a combination of a luck roll and an animal handling roll.
Oh, so Kie can
drive.
Kie can drive.
Because sorry,
But how do you count luck?
you just roll the d20 and I tell you what the difficulty is.
Okay. Animal handling.
If I were to be able to speak with the horses, would it help?
Yes, I'll give you advantage on the animal handling roll.
Okay. So yeah, we could take turns. So we go sleep first.
So you're looking out. Oh, so who's gonna drive the second wagon?
Oh, me.
Second wagon.
Oh.
There's 2 wagons.
2 wagons.
And
Okay.
Wait, so we are all gonna be activated then?
Yeah. No.
I mean, unless you're basically not going to set a watch, or only going to have one person
Oh,
on watch,
so-
you
yeah,
could do
right.
that.
So I
You
guess
could have
we're
one
not
person on
sleeping.
watch.
Alright, then
Let's not sleep.
Okay, let's not sleep.
So we split up. Who's doing the other animal handling?
I can
My-
drive the second wagon, or you can.
My animal handling is +6.
That's pretty good.
It's up to you. You can drive both if you want. It's up to you.
No, you can't drive both. Right?
As in, Sheena can drive one, and
I'm okay with that.
It's safer for you to drive.
Oh, is it? Okay,
It's
then
safer
go ahead.
for Joe to drive.
Okay, I'll
So
drive the
Barra
second one.
drives the lead, and then we'll be in the second.
Who's driving?
Kie probably, right?
Me.
Come on,
Okay.
kid.
Side. Oh my
We're
god.
both
this is
short. Can we reach the
terrible.
pedal?
So you're looking out,
I'm looking out.
and two kobolds in a winter jacket over there are going to be driving
one
and looking
man.
out together. Okay, got it.
Sheena's gonna be operating the pedal.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah. I'm on the wheel.
Perfect. Okay, well
What kind of
then.
wagons have you been
Okay, wait,
Right.
let's try.
So,
What do you think? I
I think I should try.
Okay, sure.
Okay. I'm going to cast animal handling, speak with animals before that, and then explain to the horses, okay, we just follow the one in front. Okay? If you see anything that scares you, let me know.
that griffin's pretty scary.
Okay, but he's not going to hurt you.
No, he's a baby.
Yeah, exactly. You can stomp him, no problem.
Well, I don't want to stop.
Yeah, because you're a good
Then his
person.
mum will kill me.
Oh, it's okay, the mom's dead.
Why is the mum dead?
I killed the mom.
You killed. What kind of sick fucker are you?
Just
talk
follow
to
the
me.
wagon in front.
Roland Wand with advantage.
What is going on, friend? Okay, 20.
Oh, thank God.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
Without a problem, you managed to keep this rolling pretty well. Like a perception roll from you, please. And over here, if we can get a land vehicles, which will be jack of all trades, so basically you get half your proficiency bonus, plus it is going to be a land vehicles intelligence based roll.
Ladies and gentlemen, he has rolled above
Above
10.
10.
Yay!
Was it a 10?
No.
Oh,
It was a 12.
The 12.
Oh, wow, well done.
Yeah, well, no, it's amazing.
Plus.
From
Uh,
small
so plus
molehills
three. Perception,
come great
right?
oceans. Now,
Perception, right?
perception? So
Okay, so 15.
yeah, so there's definitely a road. Nothing but a great note. Beautiful starlit night. You travel around, you don't see anything particularly dangerous.
Sorry, did you say it's
Intelligence.
It's land
So-
vehicles, so it's add half your proficiency bonus, add your intelligence modifier.
So it would be +5.
Okay.
Barra is surprisingly smart.
Take me home.
Every time I look at the
19.
game, I'm like,
19.
Not a problem. You pick it up and then you sort of sit there and go, hit it up, hit him out, and then it's like rawhide for you. It's no problem at all, and you're off. And because they have the horses on their cart, whereas you've got the sort of like saurial lizard ones, right? And it is just like
Chewing my.
yeah, it's just no problem at all. I'll get a perception roll from you there.
Looking out. I'm the lookout. I look out. Oh my goodness. 27.
wow.
I really look out.
As far as you can see, everything looks clean as a whistle. Beautiful starlit night. Fields, just breeze that kind of ripples over the top of them, leaving those patterns in the sort of the wheat as you pass through. It's a idyllic scene. Who hasn't rolled their d12 for me?
Me.
Yeah.
Sheena,
Keep the luck going.
Sheena,
Keep it.
Sheena.
11!
Not just the night, but all of your watches pass without incident.
What?
It's another
What is this?
excellent. This is seriously. I'm so looking forward to next week. Your watches pass without any incident at all. In fact, to the extent that by the time that it is dawn and the dawn breaks, you have made incredibly good time. You have now moved through there, and you are relieved from your driving by Yafir and by Eric, respectively, and the other guard that sort of jumps out and sort of goes, "Oh, fair enough, blimey, made good time." And you can now take a rest.
Yay!
Right.
Long or short?
It'll be a long rest, so you're 8 hours sleep. So you're going to sleep.
Yeah, I guess so.
Trick question.
Yeah, I'm going to sleep.
I don't have any long rest left. Okay, I'll go to sleep. So.
All right.
Sleep.
Cool.
You wake up
Yeah.
to blood and chaos.
As always, right? So
Who would attack us during the day?
No, don't ask. Don't ask.
Day vampires.
Oh my goodness. It's Wesley Snipes.
When they see the moonlight,
Who would like to roll d12?
I'll do it. It's my turn again.
Okay.
So here you go.
You can do it.
what? In the back.
Oh, that's a 9.
9 was good just now.
Oh yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Cool.
So, Barra, do you sleep curled up with Bob,
I took Bob back.
nestled against your sort of one of your abs, kind of scratching away idly? You find yourself in a dreamscape.
Uh-oh.
What?
You're just remembering being underwater when the large sea serpent had just bolted just out of your vision. You can see Kaman just in the distance. You've got your beacon of light flowing away from you as you're looking, and you've just thrown out that hypnotic pattern in an attempt to see something. And you see there's this sort of sinuous kind of like snake serpentine shape in the distance. And as you do that, yeah, indeed, as you're muttering to yourself, and every now and then a little bit of Bob just kind of croons in a little bit just to make you feel a bit better about it. But nevertheless, you still stay in this dream. And as you do so,
You stopped my sending. Sorry, Athena. I'm going tomorrow.
you notice that your clothes are wet,
Oh yeah, I'm in the sea. Makes sense.
and you hear the dripping of the water as it falls off your clothes onto the stone floor
On the stone floor.
of Agatha's hut.
Oh.
As she looks over at you and says, "Now then, dear, cup of tea."
Agatha, you lied to me. You said that Athena was okay. But the King of Corns is bad and she doesn't know where she is. And she said she doesn't know how she ended up there. She doesn't seem to remember anything. You told me she was okay.
She is okay, Barra.
No. Like, she's not happy. You asked me if I wanted her to be happy, but she's not. She doesn't know where she is.
Barra, are you happy?
Well, not now. I've got to, I lost her on my watch. I gotta get her back.
Barra, who even is Athena? Do you even know her last name?
No, it doesn't matter.
Well-
Look, she was really kind to me, and she was nice, and we were supposed to go for lunch.
So hands you a cup of tea.
I don't know your last name.
That's because I don't have one, Barra.
Well, that's not fair, is it?
I know, but I cheat a lot, Barra.
What?
I cheat a lot.
What am I doing here? What am I doing here?
You're dreaming, Barra.
How can I get to Athena?
Why do you want to get to Athena, Barra?
Look, I lost her on my watch. She was really nice, and we were supposed to go for lunch. And now she's gone, and she's scared, and she doesn't know where she is.
So, Barra, you need to take a look at yourself and make decisions that are towards a greater destiny for yourself. And what I mean by that is, if you keep making short-sighted decisions based around your guilt, I don't know who can help you.
What are you saying? So, I don't know. What are you saying? You told me to leave Athena, and now, but you helped me, and I ate bits of that demigod, and I don't know what's going on, and I don't feel any different. I want to become powerful, and
Did I ask you to eat bits of the demigod?
no, you said yes when I asked if I should eat it.
No, I definitely didn't say that. What did you ask, Barra?
I asked if, like, I ate a bit of it, or, like, I fed a bit of it to Bob, like, if that would, like, make him more powerful, or me more powerful.
And I said yes. Now, tell me about Bob. How is Bob? Would you say that Bob is more powerful than a 4-day-old griffin chick?
Well, I don't know many griffins, but I think
But
so.
just use your considerable intellect.
Yeah, well, like, he's speaking earlier than I was.
And he's speaking earlier than pretty much anything is.
Yeah.
But, I worry about you, Barra. And I find myself in an odd position of genuinely... Make an insight check. Of genuinely having almost some affection for you.
It's an 8.
Total?
I don't feel that way about you, I'm sorry.
So, up to you how you interpret it. She is, at this point, overwhelming. Is probably the vibe that you're getting from her. Not overwhelmed, but overwhelming to you. I've been around a long time, Barra, and I don't normally make house calls, as it were. Drop in dreams. I think many ask, but I don't grace them. But I have a soft spot for you. I really do. But,
I'm like, oh no, I think I'm a bit lower. I just come up my ass. Okay.
not like that, you plebeian. And in fact, if anything, that is exactly the point I'm making. Stop thinking with your schlong and start using your head.
Okay.
Who the fuck is Athena to you anyway? She's just your guilt manifesting itself. Again and again and again. You need to get a handle of yourself, Barra. If you're not powerful enough to survive in this world, you're going to drag your friends down with you.
I don't want to drag my friends down.
If you want to go and rescue Athena, get strong enough, go down there, rip out the King of Coral's heart, and bring Athena back, and then realise that who the fuck is Athena and you don't really know her anyway. But it's something you had to do and you wanted to do it and you were strong enough to do it, to impose your will on an unyielding universe and make it yield.
Yeah, I want to do that.
But don't come crying to me about how I've lied to you, because I haven't.
Sorry. I'm sorry, Agatha.
I know, dear. I know. Have some tea.
Okay.
And your dream continues. You can speak more if you want.
How can I get stronger? It's not by eating the demigod. That's right. Eat the demigod until it's mask. Yeah. I've got a griffin.
Barra, do you not see that you are stronger?
Oh, but I'm not strong enough. You said I needed to be strong enough to impose my will on the world.
And are you not doing that? Have you not gone from being, well, let's say a confused and frightened young man, to a powerful, confused and frightened young man? You've got a group of friends who've become stronger. You've got a fucking talking griffin that you fed on the dead spirit and body of a demigod.
People keep talking about consequences.
Oh, aye, there are consequences, lad.
Well, what are the consequences?
Well, if you knew them, they wouldn't be consequences, would they?
No, I'm pretty sure it's still consequences.
Well, I mean, that's true, but in hindsight, admittedly. In hindsight. But, let me give you a simple consequence.
Okay.
If you hadn't have killed Bob's mother and imposed your will on nature and stolen that wee lad, then more than likely that egg would have been abandoned.
No, you're right. I know what you're trying to tell me. I need to take Kie's sword.
Are you fucking stupid, Barra? Are you genuinely so fucking dense that that's the conclusion you drew from what I just told you?
No, but like I
You're going to go and take away.
My will in the world. Like, the sword's gonna. I know it's gonna suck a soul or something.
The sword is going to kill you if you touch it.
Yeah, but like, what's going on? Like, she's got an evil sword, and it's like
You have an ally
it's screaming at me.
with a sword that can kill incredibly powerful beings, and your thought is to deprive your ally of their weapon. You need to get your head seen to. I can't be your psychiatrist, Barrett.
Okay, sorry. Have more tea.
I'm genuinely worrying now.
Oh no, I've got intelligence.
You've got a brain the size of a planet,
Thanks. I do.
and you've got a heart the size of a planet.
I just don't want to lose anyone, you know?
So, Barrett, I'm going to tell you something that not many people know. Have you ever heard of someone called the Lady? Way back in time, from maybe the books you read or the myths you've... There you go.
Not 20.
Not really?
Yeah.
The myth of the Lady is similar to the idea that way back when there was this incredibly powerful, female aspected, but not necessarily female, deity. She was worshipped in many forms. The five-headed dragon god, Tiamat, was an aspect of her. He said, looking for his notes because he's forgotten it. He's forgotten it.
So the next one you mentioned is Spider Queen.
No. The Lady Tara. Also.
Did you say Tara?
Yeah. Sometimes also called Avaloka or Gayatri.
Mm-hmm.
But the lady died as part of the cataclysm, broken into 1,000 fragments, distributed across Urtu. She tried to ascend as many of the other divinities did during the first of the main cataclysms, the one that the first. I think you guys will know this because it's in the common law, which is the first time that the Dar, the Shadow Conclave the Shadow Pantheon attempted to reascend, and apparently the lady was destroyed then. So you know that. So Barra, what do you know about the lady? Have you ever heard of that?
I know, like, she used to be, like, this really powerful, like, lady that, like, has all these different powerful aspects, but she's gone. She's gone shattered into 1,000 tiny pieces.
It's not just the lady that was shattered. Many of the old powers were shattered, and remnants of their souls scattered across Urtu.
Like Boulder.
Like Boulder.
And the King of Quarrels is Boulder's shade.
It's a very peculiar turn of phrase you've used there.
Yeah, that's what Yrsa told. That's what Yrsa told my buddy. Come on. So what are we supposed to do with these pieces? Are we supposed to put them back together, or are we supposed to smash them even smaller? Are we supposed to
So,
beat them up?
the secret I'm going to tell you is very straightforward, and you must promise me, I'll call it a pinky promise, if you will, that you won't do anything to harm your Auntie Agatha with this.
Okay, it's a pinky promise.
And as you do so, she reaches out, shink, locks your finger, and you feel a compulsion. And she says, "Say your promise, Barra."
I promise not to harm my Auntie Agatha, who's been very nice to me with this information.
Aye, bound. And you feel a magical compulsion settle upon you, just to enforce that, nothing else. And you should write down somewhere an 8th level geese spell has been cast on you. Yeah. Yeah, GEAS.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's literally the wording that we've had there, which we'll get
No,
Christine to
we're
remind us of.
literally joined by an 8-level geese.
Yes. Literally 8 geese flying level. And they're in a V. Yeah, so... Right then. So I tell you this in that confidence then, with comfort that you feel that way. I'm one of the fragments of the lady. And there are many others out there, but very few that are as large as I am. In the way that Eijnar is a fragment of old Manassas.
We used to joke about his name back in school.
Did they know?
Yeah.
How's that?
Oh, good. I've got one ass. But well, I'm with my friends, just seen one asses.
You're not going to tell the old coot that. That's quite good, actually. I like that. You should put round for tea more often. Sorry?
How can I spell his name?
Manassas? Manass. US? You came up with Manassas.
Yeah.
I guess so.
No, it was her. She came
Oh, you
up
came
with
up with Manassas?
Mm-hmm.
No, well, there we go.
Yes, that's right.
So for those of you who don't know, we got together like
Remember this?
6 months ago, whenever, and we played a game called.
Yes.
Yeah, we played a
Yes,
game of
yes.
like world creation. Anyway, we'll come back.
Minus.
Microscope. One day we'll kind of get some of that video edited.
Yes,
But then says yeah, it's quite funny actually. Man. I think I may made that joke myself. Might steal that one.
Okay.
So, but the key point is this: if you find fragments of the lady, or of Tiamat, or of me, or of anything like that, then I would appreciate if you were to bring them to me, because it doesn't matter. Or bring them to Tiamat, or bring them to another aspect of the lady. Because at the end of the day, as long as we all get back together again, then we return back to who we were, as much as we possibly can.
Yeah, okay.
You may want to, if you find fragments of Eijnar, have your ancient friend, Kaman, may wish to return those to Eijnar himself.
How do we identify that there are like fragments of the ancient gods? How will we know?
Is it in the way they act? Oh no, that's not. Sorry. No, it's just looks and goes. Well, more than likely, they will appear to you as incredibly rich and very, very, almost beautifully flawless, crystalline, large sections of intan.
Like the one that was, like people were fighting for it.
Yeah, I like that one.
So, like, you wanted us to get it?
Don't get me wrong, because you're bringing me on to my third point. If it's not a fragment of me, and it's not a fragment of my wayward little brother, then I suggest you use those fragments to become more powerful yourself.
We are as shocked as you are.
Because why should a dead god just leave their power lying around when there are alive people that need your help?
Yeah, I know. So, will you be upset with me if I smash the fragment of your younger brother? Boulder?
Boldar? Oh no, Boldar's not my younger brother. Einar's my younger brother.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Boldar's a traitor to us all. He went over to those fuckers in the...
Fuckers. Piece of shit.
A lot's been lost, Barra. And over the course of the rest of your dream, you now pretty much are going to get advantage on any history roll relating to the Shadow Pantheon. I'm going to give it a cap though. I'm going to say over the next 5 sessions, because
Okay.
by which then the memories will fade and everything else.
Okay.
But like any history roll you need to make relating to the Shadow Pantheon or the Conclave or any of the Cataclysm, Agatha will give you a little whisper in the ear. And it's like, oh yeah, you remember we talked about that, Barra.
Okay.
So just, there you go. So that's what you get at the end of your dream.
Okay. Okay.
Cool.
You would have recognized the piano man.
Yeah.
Now with some,
Yeah.
Yeah.
sort of, oh yeah, gosh, yeah. So,
Let's-
come on.
Wow, everybody's.
You ease your way into meditation. And as you do so, you find yourself in a trance. But in this trance, normally, what is your meditative trance like?
It's always, and every time I've been trancing since I've come back to life, as it were, I've sought Yrsa. I've tried to focus my will through the gem. I've searched it because it gives me images. It gives me little fragments of knowledge. It whispers things. I keep trying to trawl through them, and it's like trying to make sense of static. And every time I stare into the static, and try to make some sense of it, some pattern, word, a whisper, something, a picture, whatever.
Okay.
I'm doing the same.
So, you again return into your meditative pose, and nothing changes. You see the static, you try to make a connection to Yrsa, you try to force your mind to do it, and then you realize that you're forcing the thought, and you again seek that sense of emptiness and self but not self, and at the same point opening yourself up as a channel of Einar's divinity. And you feel Einar's presence. You rarely don't feel Einar's presence, but you don't get anything different than your usual static. However, at one point, you instead find that your vision rotates inside yourself. And as you look around, you see you are in... You've ever been in like a fancy elevator where you've got like a really high quality mirror on one side and a really high quality mirror on the other side, and you look and you get the infinite mirror effect. You get the same thing on the other side, and you can go, oh well.
So when you open OBS and you go,
Yeah, quite so, indeed. So you have that effect, but to your left are a lineage of commands, and to your right is a lineage of commands. And they all look this way, inwards, to you in the center.
and I look to the left.
As you look to the left, you make eye contact with the first command, but then strangely you kind of make eye contact with the second one, and the third one, the fourth one, and the fifth
And I
one.
turn to the right.
And as you turn to the right, you do the same thing.
And I reach out. And try to touch.
As far as you reach, the command is just beyond your reach.
Am I one of many? I ask myself. Infinitely many? Have there been many before, and are there many to come? Or what does this mean?
And the mirror just explodes into 1,000 fragments. And your meditation is interrupted.
Ah, damn it.
Close a wit. Oh no! I don't want any more tea.
Barra. Barra.
I don't like tea.
You having nightmares again, Barra? Alright, fine.
Yes, sir.
Ooh!
Are you saying the worst for last?
Your sleep is pleasant, unbroken.
How's that like?
I don't know. But it's nice to be able to have that in a game.
My gift to you.
Thank you.
And a night passes with no event for you.
Oh!
No melatonin.
No melon. Not since we have tried to.
Oh shit, what?
I'm sorry.
Small segue. I have very strange dreams when I'm on melatonin. The last one I had involved Prince William giving me a breast exam and telling me, "I'm sorry, my dear, you have breast cancer." And I'm like, "What?" "Because your breast is sore when I pressed it on." "But they're always sore." "Yeah, but you also farted." "So if it's sore when I press it and you fart, you have breast cancer."
It's an important question. I'm going to ask it. Are you sure it's Prince William?
Yes,
Not
unfortunately.
Andrew.
Oh,
Moving
no.
on. Now,
Yes. What now?
Fall asleep. And you find yourself in the ever so familiar dragon-backed mountain with the large menhir-like structures on either side. A dark and foreboding place that has become oh so familiar to you over many dreams. And as you begin walking and trudging your way up this hill, continuing onwards, but with a sense of more direction now, you notice that at your side, normally it is just you and your plain self, but at your side is the sword of Koshi. And you begin your walk up the hill. What would you like to do?
I still also see like all these people going up with me, right?
Oh no, they're not with you. They're not clustered, but they
Yeah,
are.
right. And
Yeah.
also doing their walk.
Yeah.
I want to ask Koshi, what is this hill and why is everyone climbing it?
Make a religion roll.
I've never done that.
Wow!
The curse is broken.
She rolled a 19, ladies and gentlemen.
and plus a modifier, it's a 20.
Woo! I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you.
A very bad religion role for a monk.
It's true.
She's the not that kind.
No.
She's the
Oh,
other kind of monk.
From the top and the bottom.
Shut up, sleep. However, and well done on that roll. You focus and you center yourself, and you remember the exercises taught to you by your parents and practiced again and again and again. A reorientation and a loss of your ego, acceptance of what is, not what you wish to be. And as you do this, you look to your left and you see a almost scholarly looking, elderly humanoid, sort of dark, sort of almost obsidian black skin.
You black.
Yes, but jet black, not sort of the sort of humanoid skin tone black. This is sort of indeed RGB 0000 kind of black. Yes, and as you do so again, you manage to, with a great roll of 20, you manage to not put your desires and wishes into this moment, and instead just be. And as you do so, you look to your right. You see Ryaka.
Oh.
Okay. She stares at you. I owe you my thanks, little one. As strange a statement as that might appear. For I was a powerful slave, where at least here, whilst I am trapped, I am at least myself. Speak with Koshi, then seek me out. And he apparates into this huge dragon form. Just straight up. It's the first thing you've seen deviate from this path. Straight up the Dragonback Mountain. It's the first thing you've seen leave it. And he just chooses to go where he goes. Make a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
Yay.
Go back. 8. No, 7. 7.
You can't help but be flooded with 1,000 questions, insecurities, thoughts, concerns, and worries. And as you do so, you find yourself back on this path. Koshi is not on your side anymore. Instead, there are many, many others around. What would you like to do?
I try to approach. What does the nearest one look like?
The nearest other being?
Yeah.
They probably seem like they're maybe 100 feet away from you, maybe 30 meters away. So you would have to run over that way. But they look, some sort of humanoid walking up this hill.
Okay, so I approach. Hi, you can fly. Oh, can I fly in this tree?
You can certainly try.
Do I recognize anyone? Do I see the bandit? Bandit King?
Make a perception roll for me.
You sacrificed him.
No, I did not. I only sacrificed one person. What did perception?
Mhm.
Yeah, 15.
So you don't see the bandit. But you do. You maybe see someone you think is Koshi further ahead.
Okay, I try to fly right towards.
So you're going to fly?
I mean, yeah, because people are blocking my way, right?
Make another wisdom saving throw for me.
Yay.
It's such a win.
8.
Despite commanding your boots to make you leave the ground, you can't.
Okay,
Wow.
then I try as fast as I can to go to where Koshi is. Or it seems to be.
It doesn't matter how hard you seem to try. As fast as your speed is, you cannot catch him.
If I shout, do you think you can hear me?
Always try.
Okay, I shout, Koshi, I need to speak to you.
As if from a long distance away, you hear a response that says, "You would like to speak to me?"
Yes, I would. I have a lot of questions. Ryaka just talked to me and told me to talk to you too.
You must understand how this place works.
I don't know how this place works. That's what I want you to tell me.
Make an insight check.
So many rolls. Why are you doing this? Okay, not too bad. 15 plus 3, 18.
You get the impression that if you channel the things that you want in this place, they will run away from you faster than you can get them.
Oof.
This is not an exercise in chasing what you want.
Okay, I find a spot off the path, if that's possible.
Make a wisdom save with advantage.
God. 14.
You also have
Blessing.
Flametooth.
What is that?
Add a D20.
Add a d20 to the roll if
Oh,
you
but
want to.
these have not served me well. They both currently say 5.
10. So that is
Pretty glass 10. Yeah, so it's
what did I say just now?
I don't know.
11 plus 3, 14, 24.
24.
Yeah.
24.
Thank you.
You find a moment where you're like, I want to leave the path and you can't. And you marshal yourself and instead think, you're where you are. And around you is what needs to be for what you want. And you find yourself to the side of the path.
Okay, I sit down and I start to meditate, which is what's comfortable for me, something I still practice in.
Okay.
I try to calm the endless torrent of questions in my mind, and see what happens.
Make another religion roll for me.
That's true. Don't jinx it, Casey.
What did Casey say?
But it's okay, she got halfling luck.
That's right.
Yeah. What's okay?
10, 11.
You can't quite separate yourself from this place, from the things that you need. Maybe there's something else you can do.
I decide to go back on the path and I just start walking and climbing with whoever is also climbing with me.
Okay.
Oh, the music stopped.
I hit the wrong button.
Something's happening.
Oh, thank God. Thank God. I was like, why has it stopped?
Combat music. No.
Yeah, so I just walk up the path as well.
What's the intention?
I am trying to make progress to Koshi. Or I reach over to the person closest to me, if that's possible.
Oh, like 30 meters away.
Can I?
You can. How are you doing that?
I want to say run, but it sounds like the more I show that I want, the further they will be, right?
Mm-hmm.
I ask for permission. Hi. What does the guy look like? The person look like?
30 meters away, they're vaguely humanoid. It's pretty dark. Everything's in the shades of grey here.
Will someone talk to me?
There's no response.
No.
You imagined yourself off the path. Maybe you can imagine yourself next to him.
Said a voice.
I tried that.
Make another wisdom saving throw with advantage.
Where you now? Where you want to
Oh
pass?
no.
Ooh.
Okay, 16 plus, what is it? Wisdom saving plus 3.
What's your wisdom?
Plus 3 plus 3.
19 is 19.
You're beginning to understand the nature of this place. As you stand next to Koshi, continue walking up the hill.
So now he's next to me.
Mm-hmm.
What is this place?
This is your center.
My what?
Your center.
Center.
Yes. You are the bearer, the heir.
What does it mean to be the heir?
The nature of this place and the nature of your soul are not so different. One might argue they're the same. This is an expression of your spiritual health, if you will. Your destiny, whatever some nonsense some philosopher might say, I don't know. I'm the architect of this place, not the artist.
So, everyone who is here are themselves, like what Ryaka said.
Are they?
That's what Ryaka told me.
Did he?
Are they stuck here forever until I use the souls?
Beginning to see the path.
Sacrifice the souls! Sacrifice the souls!
Souls that have no hope of oblivion. You are deliverance for them.
So it's good, right? When I release them from this endless climb.
What is good?
I mean, at least I free them from this struggle, right?
Right? Wrong? These terms are just labels.
What happens when I use the souls? Where do they go after this?
They cease.
Are they happy here? Ryaka seemed happier. I mean, he
I
said,
think Ryaka has had a particularly bad millennium. And there are certain privileges for one of his status and power and influence. Not all need to be destroyed, not all seek oblivion. You do not need to render such oblivion.
is there a way to free these souls from this place and maybe have a second chance? The way the deathless usually work?
You would judge every soul, determine their worth,
Woohoo!
return them back to the wheel of rebirth and death and rebirth ad infinitum, have them work their way through countless lives.
Well, no, but I guess that's what you did. I mean, you decided that it should end for
Correct.
them.
I took that responsibility, yes.
Why?
I think a mixture between a desire for power and pity. If I
But
must be honest.
is this any better? I mean,
No, it's terrible. Honestly, look at it. It's pretty terrible.
so why did you do this?
Because it's better than the torment of their lives or unlives.
But at least they get to live.
But think of the consequences to the living. Think of the people they harmed. Think of Ryaka's reign of terror just from the few days that you met him.
So you're saying that
Ruined the
everyone...
millennia that he walked through, mad and trapped, chained within his own mind, incapable of his own choices and yet driven to use his power and rage, driven to transform and strip bare what he once protected.
Is everyone who is deathless eventually become bad?
What is the destiny of 1,000 lives but insanity? Oof.
So is it my responsibility now to free them?
Eat the souls.
Is it? I cannot, will not, must not be your source of truth. Only you can provide that.
Seems like I can't. When I tried to pass Barra the sword, even just for a little while, we both got hurt.
You're alone, walking up the path again.
Do I see Ryaka anywhere?
Yeah, Sephiroth.
Wah.
19.
Oh, 19, yay!
Plus 3 is 32.
As you look around, not on the path, but as you look off to the side, you see, for the first time, the Great Dragon's Ridge Mountain. And off to the side, improbably hanging in the darkness, a crag of like cliff, upon which the large shadowy form of a dragon stands, just looking
I go on that path towards the dragon.
Make a wisdom save with advantage.
Fwah.
18.
Yay!
Oh my god, it's my destiny! 21.
Now you're getting it.
I've been playing with this like the entire time.
You stood in front of Yrsa. You begin to see.
I spoke to Koshi.
He is a bitter old fool, but he sees clearer than most.
How do you know him?
We've had some time to talk.
Here?
Well, yes. Time doesn't really run the same
Jeremy Barry.
Oh, yeah.
Jeremy Barry. Who are you a slave to?
Who is Jeremy Barry?
Did you not watch The Good Place?
Anna.
Please watch it.
Oh, sorry, was it? Yrsa says, text me.
Excuse me.
Netflix? Yeah, Netflix. Brilliant.
Yes, time now.
All the time in the world. That's another one for you.
Who are you a slave to?
Here?
No, before.
Kie, what do you know of? I hate to use the term almost. What do you know of the? And it sticks in his craw as he says it. Of the gods. Pitiful fools.
Not much.
So you know what intan is.
Yeah. We use it.
What is intan, Kie?
Things that help us use magic.
Fragments of divinity. Infinite in scope and size.
Oh, I just saw a really big one in a village that we passed.
Are we still talking about intan?
Yeah, it was a big piece of it.
That was a joke, Kie. I get to make jokes.
Okay.
I'm in control of, like you said, you sort. Never mind. I found it funny.
Try again.
Will not. Now. Anybody who accumulates enough power can call themselves a lord, a king, an emperor, or a god. These are just words that describe your ability to influence others. To some, I was a god or a demigod, but I was a slave. Others controlled my choices and used me purely for my powers. Hence, I must thank you. You killed them. Hence, I must thank Koshi. He forged the sword that killed them. And my debt will be repaid. And when it is, I will ask you for the blessed gift of oblivion that I have been denied for millennia. But until then, you must let me train you. You are weak and thoughtless. You do not believe me? Then show me. And he leaps towards you. Roll initiative.
Wow.
He's trying to Pokeball at you.
No, he's trying to
18.
Kylo Ren her.
Oh,
Let me train you.
Hmm?
Let me train you.
18?
Yeah. Oh my god, no, we're my friends!
Cool. You go first. What are you doing?
Prince William. Go.
Oh, what is he doing?
He just says, then show me. And then sort of like flares his wings out
Get him,
and then
get
just
him.
like leaps towards you.
Finish him.
Do I have Koshi with me?
Do you have your sword at your side?
Why, did you want to eat a soul? And
No. Just wondering, am I unarmed in this world?
You're a monk, you're never.
That's true.
That's
You have
true.
2 arms.
What is
Punch,
the
punch.
place like? Is there space for me to run?
Yeah, I mean, it's the
like-
infinite blackness of the Dragon's Back Mountain. You're slightly off to the side and like a different little bluff face, but you can kind of do what you like. In fact, make an insight roll for me.
Wow.
Net
Wow.
20.
Oh
my god! It's so long!
I've got to admit this, that I've given you so much shit over the last few months. I'm so happy these dice are coming up this way. It's such a good time for these dice to come up. It's so good. Like, literally,
I'm so tired.
yeah, we'll talk about it later, but I'm so glad. Thank you, Casey. Now,
Thank you.
No, these are the watermelon ones that you got.
that roll tells you, more than anything else, what is it that you're going to show Ryaka?
That I am skilled. That I have trained.
Why? Is that what he wants you to show? Is that what you need to show?
Mhm.
What is it that Koshi said to you? What is this place that you're in? What is the space? What are the words that Koshi said to you? They come back to your mind. This place is your soul. And the words ring in your ears. Your soul. I am going to give absolutely each of you one kind of flashback sentence that you can that Kie will remember from you. Because that's the kind of crazy shit I like around here. So one and only one sentence. In fact, I'm going to be even harsher. I'm going to give you 7 words. 8 words, because it's 8's a better number. 8 words.
Oh god, I don't know what that means.
I will start with...
No, don't start with me.
Okay. I'll start with working it.
Cheryl, what does it mean?
8 words.
As in like in Barra's brain? Or?
This will literally be in Kie's brain, or wherever she is, she's going to hear these words. What are the 8 Barra words that would help her?
Barra's gonna... It has to be something I said before. No.
Yeah, something you would have said. Something that would be kind of like, like think about it from like a cinematic perspective. It's like Rocky and he's there and you can remember, come on, Rocky, you can do this. Like, what is the thing? It's not just pointless encouragement. It's going to be related to stuff that we're
I
doing.
remember, like, she's so ugly and attractive.
Hey, and your mother.
I'm gonna say, you saw me here before. Call me back. That's my 8 words.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Come on.
The answer is right there in front.
What the fuck?
Kie.
I don't know what to say. Free your mind, and the rest will follow.
I wear tight clothing. High heels shoes. No,
Sorry, baby.
Well,
Sisters with voices.
you can't say I didn't give you an opportunity. So you hear the voices. You hear Barra saying, "You've seen me here before. Just like fucking bring me back." And then you hear, And then you hear Kaman say, "The answer's right in front of you, Kie." And then you hear, "Free your mind, and the rest will follow."
And he's charging right at me.
Appears to be.
Free your mind. Stop.
Yes, it's right there in front of you.
Okay, for me. You want my digits?
You never gave them to me.
And I fuck your mother.
Wow.
I look up at him and them and meditate. I just look.
Do it. We'll see
Okay.
what happens.
Yeah, I don't do anything. I just let it be.
Wrong song.
She lets go of everything else.
Make a. How are you? You're just going to completely. Are you going to do a meditative exercise? Are you? What is it? I just need a little bit more to ask you. What kind of
I'm
check would you like to
standing,
make? Where would you like to?
I'm keeping myself grounded. My eyes are still open, but I am, I guess, meditating in a very aware kind of way. You get what I mean?
I understand. Use a key point for me
Okay.
and make a wisdom save.
17. Plus 3, so 20.
Oh, yeah.
You take a moment, and your initial reaction, the adrenaline floods through your system, and you're like, sword, will I attack? Okay, maybe I can stun him, maybe I can do something. You remember the fight, flashes of the battle with Requiem come through your mind. And then you hear Barra saying, no, call me over, I can fucking help. And then you hear Kaman, and he sort of says, the answer's right in front of you. And you're like, no, that's Yrsa. And then you hear sort of Yrsa kind of singing a song to you. But in the strangest of ways, all of those things kind of combine. I'm not sure how. But we're going to go with it anyway. As you bring your monastic training, your martial skills, and your power to bear, and just flare your hand up. Not aggressively. And you just wait. And nothing happens. You control the flow of time in this place. Control what happens in this place. This place is you. Good. You can learn, it appears.
And fast. And fast.
Not that fast.
Fast enough.
Fast enough. You may want to tell your friends. We're going to be busy.
Is he sleeping? How do I tell them this?
Oh, Koshi! She's so stupid! And next to you, this sort of obsidian-skinned Koshi sort of looks at Ryaka and goes, not everybody has a divine intellect, Ryaka. I will pass a message on for you. Or you can pass a message on. Wake up, then come back. Your training will begin. And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode, everyone. Thank you very, very much for hanging around. That was awesome. I had a great time. Thank you so much. That was super cool. What amazing good fortune on those dice rolls.
Also, thank you for following us, Nilsey Horn and Tyranno Florist.
The King of Floors.
Yay.
Awesome. Awesome. So very, very cool. Now, a couple of just bits of admin and a couple of other things before we go. First of all, please, everybody take a moment and go to our competition that is right here to win a copy of the Dungeon Master's Guide and the Player's Handbook, because you get an opportunity to do so, and in 2 weeks' time we'll be doing that. Next week we have an amazing guest joining us. Joe, who's joining us?
Yes, and joining us is musical theatre actress as well as TV actress Cheryl Chitty Tan. She'll be coming on, and she has no idea what she's going to be playing yet, but we'll find out tomorrow.
Awesome stuff. And as Lisa won't be here next week, she will be sleeping inside the sword of Koshi.
But secret training!
Oh no!
It's like
Oh,
idle
this is sad.
XP.
Wow,
Oh, is that why she's gone?
Yeah.
No.
She's
What kind of random plot device shenanigans would that be?
I mean, last time 2 people got kidnapped because they had to go and pivot.
Okay, this is a lot better than getting kidnapped.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, you've been sold now.
It's always
Yes,
Ryaka
but for a
involved.
good purpose.
Are we going to be carrying like an unconscious Kie around, or just carrying this
Oh,
one?
So, you know what, fairness, let's time back in for 2 seconds, right?
Okay.
You wake up.
Mhm.
You have literally 30 seconds of real world time to pass the message before you have to go to sleep again.
Everyone's sleeping.
I mean, Yrsa's...
And I'm with... Who am I with? Are we all in the same caravan?
No, these two are in up the front with
Okay,
the
so
first
just
one
with
and
Yrsa. Nothing, everything's fine. I had a dream again. It was okay.
Okay.
I talked to Koshi,
Oh, okay.
and he's going to be training me.
Eh?
But actually, Ryaka's going to be training me. Yeah, I'm gonna get more powerful for the team. I'm still gonna be good. I control this space. I will explain more when I'm done. But I'm gonna be kind of out of it for a while.
Out of what?
In the sword.
In the sword.
Wait, as in your whole body is going to be in the sword?
Is my whole body going to be in the sword?
Yes.
Wait, then who's going to take the sword? The last time anyone took the sword, they got a bad headache.
That will not happen this time, right?
The griffin can hold the sword.
Ah!
Fine. Fine.
Not very
The
safe.
goblin can hold the sword.
You will hold my sword, and you will be okay. There will be no damage. I promise.
Oh, okay, but will you be coming back?
Yes, I will.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Most
Okay.
likely.
Yes, I will.
Okay, can.
Good answer. You're getting better.
Good luck, yeah, you can do it.
Thank you.
I know.
Please pass the message on to Barra and Kaman.
Okay, I will.
And now the sword.
Yeah, literally, no, the sword
The
just
sword is a
the sword just
Pokeball!
touches to the floor. And falls on the- Cool, and we're back in time now. Thank you, sorry. That solves a bunch of problems. Now, in addition to that awesomeness, so we have that. Oh yes, tomorrow morning on Clubhouse at 10 a.m. Singapore time, we're going to induct another group of people into Agatha's strange web of mystery, which is going to be kind of cool. And those people probably don't have the benefit of the giant lore dump everybody's had today, so that's going to be good fun. And what else? I'm sure there's about 4 other things that I've completely forgotten.
DM's cheating on us.
Huh?
DM's cheating on us.
You better like us best.
I also say.
Yeah. I also see.
What else is there? I don't think there's very much else to go other than to say thank you everybody for just like being an awesome audience and for coming to watch us do this. And I'm just gonna remember where the hell I put something, which I've forgotten everything. I know, tell me about it. It's very
All over the place.
If you haven't joined us on Discord, join us on Discord.
Yeah.
Shoot the breeze with us, chat.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Cool.
We talk
Cool.
about all sorts of things.
And
Yeah,
also
really
all
all
sorts
sorts.
of random things.
Mostly pets.
Yes.
I got a cat. Another one.
Did you?
I did.
What is the new one's name?
Saki. He's a black cat from the SPCA.
Oh, nice! Thank you for adopting.
Now you
Thank
know.
you, like, thanks him. He's
Hey.
so cute.
Can it be called McGriddle? It's not too late.
No! I'm not gonna eat my cat.
Actually, Ed and Joe, I've noticed that like while we were on the subject, you guys are doing something relating to the dog charity.
Oh, yeah, we are. But we don't know when we're doing it again.
We do this show that's called Project Adopt Life that was started during the pandemic because people couldn't go to shelters anymore to adopt. So we made a streaming show where animal welfare groups could bring their animals onto the show, so that if you're interested in adopting, you just scan a QR code or you type it, you message them in the comments, and then they'll get back to you, and you can give a home to all these animals which really need help. We believe very strongly that it's really bad for animals to be sold. It's not a great thing at all.
There's some responsible breeders, but
You have to search them out. Yeah.
Sheena has adopted. She has a rescue dog and adopted another dog. We've adopted 2 dogs, our late dog and our current dog, and we want to say that don't think that just because you want a pet, that's the best thing to buy them. Please do adopt and give them a chance because they deserve a home.
Yes, and Lisa's got 2 cats.
Yes, one rescue and one adopted.
And sometimes they might look not their best, but for dogs, haircuts are everything.
It is true. Actually, for like people, haircuts are everything.
Yeah.
It's true.
That's
So
true.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you so much. And that was the great story I have. Thank you. And I just want to say thank you very much to everybody. And with me tonight, as Kie, the now in training Lisa Yao, the neighborly Sheena Chan as Yrsa, the nonchalant Joe Tan as Barra.
Nonchalant? Are you
I
sure?
don't care about anything.
Too much, too much.
The
Nefarious.
nefarious Edward Choy as Kaman, the ogre.
The antlers are tentacles.
And the, I've run out of N words, the non-interchangeable Hans and Cheryl.
What face? I wish you would see your face.
Don't change.
After confusion.
Don't ever change.
This one I cannot take photo.
My name is Ramji. I'm blown away by this evening. Thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in. We will see you next week. Peace.
Good night, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Behold thine heroes as they observeth the troubled lands and stormy sea. They have no choice, it's national service for Marabanda survey team 3. A goblin captain, sea elven cleric, one small and green, one tall and blue, stoned halfling monk and bard who dedicates its campaign anthem to you. Kerosene stuff, all these party who stream sweet D&D. The full culture is our name, but you can call us T4C. Asian influence on rule with less Eurocentricity. Now for some Asia Pen gang chants featuring Audi and Randy.
One copy, take that out for me.
Copy sheet out for me. Oi, oi, oi. Oi, oi, oi. 新赛啦，艾伦来啦。新赛啦，艾伦来啦。Dragon power. Dragon power.
I sound quite transatlantic, actually.
Animated is our party and we're actually very fun. We all go play really hard and we always sing a ton of songs where we find gods and monsters need the urgent sun. We are Asia's the pop culture and at last our song is done. Except for our reminder to follow and subscribe.